Alright! Ooh, yes. There we go, my camera's back. I didn't even check. I remember last time. I only remembered once I saw that it wasn't on. I remember now last time I had issues with the camera, but it's back! Woo! So we're good. We're good. Today we're gonna have to look at trying to do the second labyrinth, eh? Alright. I had my nap, I had my shower. I finished my video. What's left is to do my stream. So hello. Hope you're having a decent Thursday. And yeah. This weekend this video is going really good. I have no less than 30 different points to make about
I understand
Labyrinth
that
of Galarian.
progressing through this mystery labyrinth will allow us to obtain the truth.
So I highly recommend getting to watch it. A lot of effort was
But
put
what
into it.
happens to us if we can't find it?
All of them, really. Particularly.
We'd be lost, wandering around here forever.
But as long as we reach the truth, it doesn't matter how much time we spend here.
Oh, I forgot to mention this, but there's a time limit for solving the mystery labyrinth.
Oh, what?
There's a limit to how long you can stay in here. Stick around too long and your soul will leave your body behind.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Your soul will wander until it's eventually absorbed by the mystery labyrinth, and you vanish entirely.
Lovely.
In other words, you die.
Why are you laughing? You should have told me this a long time ago!
Oh,
Yeah, time's running
relax.
out.
Quit whining. A detective is bound to die anyway.
Look at that.
Isn't that right, Helara?
Yeah, she doesn't
It's
seem
no
bothered.
different from our usual line of work. A detective's life is always on the line.
See? Listen up, Master. You might learn something.
Oh, when she's
You're
agreeing
taking
with
this
you.
awfully well,
Sarah?
Alara.
You don't want to call her Helara this time? Fickle nature. Everyone. Anyway, might actually want to pick up a lot and do my own voices. May not happen for this part though. I'm gonna. Hello. Two or three?
What's
What about one?
this?
They seem to represent the 4 crime scenes.
Yes.
I assume that solving all 4 will allow us to progress.
So,
Oh, I see.
you need to solve all four, right?
You see? Master, this is your job.
Yes, and how clued in was he when we started? Which you were there for?
So what's first? How about starting with the clock tower, since it was the first one you investigated?
If the numbers are set chronologically, then the clock tower would be the 4th locked room mystery.
But if the chronology was when we solved them, it would be the first. Reminds me of what's it called? Tellurizer 3 especially. The Orin people.
First off,
Aren't you going to check the scene at the clock tower first? Let's go once you're ready.
Let's solve this thing!
The clock tower crime scene is the 4th locked room. Let's hurry, Master.
The clock tower crime scene is the fourth locked room. Did you forget already? Ha! Maybe you'll have a better memory than a goldfish in the next life.
They don't allow me to pick anything else.
The clock tower crime scene is the fourth. Ha! Maybe you'll have.
Are you going to the fourth locked room?
What the fuck? It's not a choice. Never been a choice.
The clock tower crime scene. Ha! Maybe you'll have.
Why are you telling me it's a choice when it's clearly not a choice?
Are you going to the fourth?
What? I did not make a choice because there was no choice to make. There's no other option to take. So. Yeah.
This is an exact replica of the clock tower crime
Are
scene.
you sure it's exact?
Shinigami, you didn't recreate it with your powers, did you?
No, I can only do that when I hit you so hard in the head you almost die.
Yes. So
Looks
since
to
you
me
can
like
do
the
that,
crime scene materialized in the labyrinth on
why
its own.
is Halara here?
The fourth locked room is the latest chronologically, correct?
Ever.
That's right. And this is also what got me involved in the Nailman killings.
What are the details of the case? Try to tell me as concisely as possible.
The crime was a locked room murder inside the storage room of a clock tower. In the middle of the room was a woman's corpse covered in countless nails.
Which means that's the corpse.
Well done.
Yeah,
Amazing.
there were
Fascinating.
also lots of dolls
Very
nailed to the
observational.
walls. It looked just like one of those bizarre crime scenes left behind by that Nailman guy from the urban legend.
Hence the Nailman killings.
Oh,
From
you
the look
catch up
of
quick.
it, the door was locked from the inside.
Yeah, it was locked until the body was discovered.
There's only one window, and its shutters were down as well. I see. So the shutters were locked too.
This is the third floor of the clock tower. It's too high up to jump from here.
So it really is a locked room mystery.
Hey! If this is a locked room, aren't we stuck in here too?
Well, we did just teleport it.
Oh no! Master! You're trapped unless you solve this mystery! Otherwise, you'll run out of time and your soul gets snuffed out! You better hurry!
Hey! Huh?
Where did the culprit flee from?
I see. So that's how to make the questions appear.
The shutter.
I'm surprised you're so calm after seeing that.
Aston. The shutter.
Here!
Abseiling down.
It has to be here!
I mean, according to the way I see it, yes. It was only ever going to be there, not ages ago.
The culprit must have escaped through the
The,
window.
the rope was
And
supported
your
by
reasoning?
all the dolls all around the fucking
When I
room.
arrived at the scene,
abside
the
up.
window shutters were
And not only
closed.
that, the mechanism
It
of
was
the
wet
shutter when
underneath the
you,
window, but
move
I
it
could
with the
tell it was
halfway
already
all around
starting to
nonsense.
dry.
Which also might be with the doll.
means
Because the doll is
The
exactly
window was open
around
not
half the
too long
size.
ago.
But then in addition to that, the
It's likely the
footprints
culprit
outside
escaped through the
facing
window
towards.
and closed the shutters on the way out.
Is it possible to close the shutters from the outside?
Yes, the mechanism.
Yes, this style of shutter automatically locks, so if you let go of the shutters at the right height,
You know, you get it a lot.
its momentum pulls it down. And once down, it locks all on its own. In other words, The culprit
This
held
I had
up the
long-
shutters while moving
That's fine.
outside. And once they let go, it automatically locked.
So I was about to
Thanks.
one.
Let's try leaving this locked room in the same way.
No.
Right, let's try it.
What? I have to abseil.
The Nailman killings have already been solved.
Is he that peacekeeper?
It's a mystery phantom! The people covering up the case in the real world are manifested like that here to stop us!
You think the culprit really escaped from here? This high up?
Yes. I abseil.
If you
That's why we
fall,
saw the footsteps
you
at the
die.
bottom. Do I have a
Why
rope
don't
to
you
abseil
give it a
from?
try?
Are you my rope to abseil from downward? Oh, that's the rope. Oh, no.
Hey, don't drag me down with you.
It's a little late for that.
Right, Halora? It would be downright unmannerly.
I mean, you can't die if you don't hit the
So
ground.
simple.
Dealing with continuous attacks. That sounds fun. Press the correct button when you think you have the correct answer to the questions and it's your phantom. Who is it?
This might be a little tougher
I'm actually going to keep
master.
coming, but okay, be careful. We will take damage and avoid all sailing assault. Attacks going to keep coming, but be careful. You take damage if you avoid all assailing assault.
Yuma, the Mystery Labyrinth is a manifestation of a mystery. So solving it will get us out of this, right?
I think so!
The culprit wouldn't have fallen out of the window like we did. They would need a tool to get up and down.
A tool?
You should have found something during the investigation. I was helping you, after all. You must have seen the answer with your own
Actually,
eyes.
not for this one.
Try to remember.
You weren't helping us. But it's fine, you are correct.
Master, concentrate!
This must be it!
That's it! We found the burnt remains of that rope in the incinerator at the church. The culprit had used that rope to escape through the window. The nail that was stuck in the doll under the window had some rub marks on it. The culprit must have tied the rope there. That's why those nails had been hammered in below the window.
It wouldn't be possible to climb down a rope simply hooked onto a window. Unless you've had special
would be
training for it.
Yes, but
There's no way an amateur could manage it. That can't be how things went
no,
down.
of course it can be how things are done. Not nice killers on amateurs.
In that case, it couldn't have been an ordinary rope. It must have been...
What's that? I can't hear you! Ah!
Don't worry, I'm right here with you. In spirit, anyway.
There's no way I can dodge it!
I pressed the wrong button because I wanted the middle one.
It wouldn't be possible to climb down
I
a
pressed
rope simply
B.
hooked onto a window. Unless you've had special training
Because
for
remember,
it.
like, my problem is not
There's
remembering
no
what
way an
buttons
amateur
are
could
what
manage
directions
it.
on a fucking Nintendo
That can't be
controller.
how things went down.
I pressed B.
In that case, it couldn't have been an ordinary rope. It must have been...
What's that? I can't hear you!
Don't worry, I'm right here with you. In spirit, anyway.
Ow!
So if I didn't
We're
press
alive,
the bottom middle
I
button
think.
instead of the top middle button, it would have been 100%.
Yuma, are you okay?
Yeah, thanks.
Because
You
I knew
saved
the
me,
answer,
Lara.
I just pressed the wrong bloody middle
Correct.
button.
It's all thanks to me.
There's two of them.
Money well spent, no?
Well, it was
I wish
a lot
this was
of
on
money.
a PS just for that.
Come on.
I don't care
Are you two
or
just gonna
mind
keep staring
about
at each other all day?
the
Let's get
frame.
out of this
I
locked
think
room.
frames are fine,
Right.
but the
So
buttons
this
are
is the
fucking
rope
controlling
ladder in
how I'm
question.
using it.
It certainly would
Haven't
have helped you
used this
escape.
controller at all. But yeah, immediately the first one I wanted to do is
The details of the case are still unclear to me. Was this found in the church's incinerator?
bits of it.
That's
Most
right.
of it, no.
It didn't concern me at the time, but it makes sense now. The rope can be folded in the middle, and then the ends can be connected together.
Ah, the hanging
And
edge.
that's how they made a rope ladder.
Looks like a penis.
What makes you so sure it was used here?
They've literally put
No
a
wonder the
penis
window
in their
showed
own
signs
game.
of friction from the rope, and had some yellow fibers on
Oh,
it.
nothing wrong here.
A clergy member showed me the rope's
Draw a
burned
couple of
remains.
circles down the other
I
side.
noticed it was the same yellow color. And there were footprints on the
Fuck.
ground below the window of the clock tower, facing the wall. Thinking about it now, these were clearly signs that
If
someone
it was the other way
climbed
around,
down
it
the
would
rope
be
ladder and landed
hoisting with a pulley system the body up.
Wait, wasn't the rope ladder hitched on that nail? How did they get it down from the bottom?
there. The culprit could have cut it one rung at a time as they descended. By the time they reached the bottom, it would have been one long single rope, which they could easily pull down.
The window's shutters fell due to its weight and locked automatically, completing the locked room.
Yep, that's a stellar deduction. Major
Thank you.
props.
That was fairly straightforward for me. I got all of that. And I don't
Paper
toot
to
my horn
review.
if I didn't do it. Like the first one, I was very lost. This one, I was pretty spot on. The only problem I had is pressing B instead of X.
The culprit used that rope ladder to escape the clock tower. What of it?
Uh,
That doesn't change our verdict at all.
That's a
The
part.
watchmaker is
Not the
the
whole story.
culprit.
Let's wait for the whole story, shall we?
Master,
We'll make
we'll
this a
kill
kind
the
of
mystery phantom blocking your path.
assumption.
Yeah.
Oh. Time for a reasoning death match. Reasoning death match. Skull. I like it. Fear of heights, door key.
These deductions of yours are unnecessary. It's clear who the culprit is. The watchmaker was nearby at the time of the crime.
Watchmaker was nearby.
The watchmaker was also at the scene. And he had a hammer for the nails. In other words, he committed the crime. After committing the crime, just as you deduced, he created that locked room.
Say,
Walter was created, right? I don't think you can refute that.
But it wasn't him.
Right.
These deductions of yours are unnecessary. It's clear who the culprit is. The watchmaker was nearby at the time of the crime. The watchmaker was also at the scene. And he had a hammer for the nails. In other words, he committed the crime. After committing the crime, just as you deduced, he created that locked room.
The locked room was created, right? I don't think you can refute that. I'm not! He didn't create the locked room. That's what I'm refuting. Not whether it was created.
Isn't he supposed to be afraid of heights? That clock tower goes up awfully high.
Right.
Yeah, which is why he didn't do it. And he didn't create the locked room. The locked room was created by the killer, which is not him. I don't understand what
These deductions of yours are.
I can't stand this. This is infuriating because, like, is there a third one behind?
Are unnecessary. It's clear who the culprit is. The watchmaker was nearby at the time of the crime.
How much do you have ready?
The watchmaker was also at the scene. And he had a hammer for the nails. In other words, he committed the crime. After committing the crime, just as you deduced, he created that locked room and escaped via the rope ladder.
This is the truth.
I mean, he didn't do either of those things.
The watchmaker is afraid of heights.
I was right every time. And they want me to talk about the same thing I'm talking about. But there's a fucking special message of did he create the locked room? No, he didn't! That is not a correct statement. I'm supposed to refute an incorrect statement, aren't I? That's not correct.
He couldn't even look out the windows as he went up the tower. No way he climbed a rope ladder that high
The
up.
whole point of the game is you're supposed to refute
it's
the incorrect
impossible for him
statement.
to have
That's an
committed the
incorrect
crime.
statement.
He's
And it's
not
because
the nail
he has a
man.
fear of heights. They don't put it there. He wouldn't create that because it requires you to be comfortable with heights. That was good. That was bullshit.
You said these mystery phantoms try to cover up the case, right? Which means the Peacekeeper Seth is trying to do just that.
Yes, that's why they
I
manifest.
don't know why, but it's clear the Peacekeepers are involved with this case.
Perhaps it is connected to Kanai Lord's ultimate secret. All the more reason to seize the truth. Let's go.
This
Right.
place isn't so much a city, so much as it is
Jeez, who's the protagonist here?
like refrain. Place where people would die.
By the way, Yuma, about your sword.
Of course, well, everyone is dead.
Does it only work on cues
This is
and
why
mystery
we can be
phantoms?
attached to this ghost. Because we're
The solution blade works against anything in the mystery labyrinth. So don't cut your allies by mistake, Master.
You could have told me that sooner.
Can I use that sword?
Ooh, so sorry. Only Master is able to use it because he made a pact with yours truly. You may be under the effects of coalescence, but you're just an extra here, Helara.
Here, Lara.
So
An extra that agrees with you from time to time,
the
and then you're
solution
happy not
blade.
to call her that.
I was merely curious. Regardless, it's best I act as support, since I don't have any memories of what happened.
I mean, you're more than that.
Let's
You're
return
helping,
to the case.
you know, fact check.
Assuming the
logic check.
watchmaker isn't the culprit, do you have any notion of who is?
I do. Halara, during the investigation, you claimed one of the people at the church is the culprit. I think I understand the reason why now.
I don't.
That
I
rope was
understood
found
the first
inside the
crime scene, I
incinerator,
understand.
which only clergy members could access.
In other words, whoever tried to destroy the evidence is a member of the church. Prompt and logical. I am quite impressive.
That doesn't mean anything. No.
Wait, you're tooting your own horn?
Oh yeah. I like to toot my own horn wherever I can. Ah. What? So? Does that mean Leon Kawada is a member of the cleaning team of Hope Speak Academy, part of the janitor's squad? If he was the one that put the fucking clothing in the incinerator in that game? No! And I guess only clergy members could access. If there's evidence for the crime there, then only a clergy member could have put it there. Not a fan of it. I don't really think that reasoning is perfectly sound. They could easily have done a variety of different things, including literally just ask for them to be disposed of. It's just a fucking rope to most people. Why are they gonna know what was done? What was the 6 months ago one? That was the club one. I'm gonna be this one. Oh, this is the treasure that we're supposed to deduce if it's real or not? Is that it?
Hey! A treasure chest! Can I open it?
It's already open.
Check it out! A new solution key!
Yeah. Only clergy members have access to the incinerator. Ow.
We're back to the original spot.
That tree's lit up.
So, we cleared the first route.
No,
We just need to keep this up and go through each shrine one by one to gather clues about the culprit. Which supposedly leads to solving the real-life case. I'm starting to understand how the Mystery Labyrinth operates.
You learn fast. Unlike a certain master I know.
Well, thanks for the day.
If you're so impressed, why don't you just sign a pact with Halara?
Yeah, I'm gonna be
Aw,
over here
are you
pouting my
sulking?
mouth and
You're the
pissed
jealous
off.
kind, aren't ya?
No, I'm not.
We're short on time, aren't we? Let's move on.
Right.
I can't wait to reap the culprit's soul. What do we do next?
You were
You
kind
can
of.
choose whichever you want, so why not start with the one
No, I
you're most
can't. I had to
confident
go that one with no other choices.
Let's see.
She was the jealous one back at the office. When he was being impressed by our ability. I don't remember exactly. But like for her to say, someone else is jealous after already admitting that they get jealous.
The second locked room mystery occurred 3 months ago in that mansion.
Luigi's man?
The corpse was inside the study, and the room's key was found underneath the corpse. If you think you're up for it, then let's solve this thing.
I only want to pick this one because the victim was named Ali. Of all the Western names used in this game, there are very few. Most of them are Japanese, like Shinigami, Yuma, Halara, Shiju, is it? Desuhiko, Ibuki, right? Not many English names used, especially first names. Then to choose Ali makes me very happy. Yeah. Feel honored.
Are you going to the second locked room?
I do have to talk to her. So, because I want to show my appreciation, we're going to get that.
There are dolls
That's my
nailed
way to-
across the room.
Appreciate
The victim is nailed down in the same manner. And the culprit was also missing from this room? It shares common traits with the other mailman killings.
And we're trapped again. Looks like you guys solved the mystery of this locked room, or we're not leaving.
Yay!
I'll try. The door was locked when the corpse was
Is this like a
found,
Terra situation?
and the only key was underneath the body.
Is this trap
There
door?
are no windows that could have been used to escape, and the vent is too small to fit through.
Fucking noticing.
So how did the culprit escape from
The
here?
body's covering it. Yeah, I do like that. I have an idea. There's a trap door underneath the fucking desk.
There doesn't appear to be any gimmick around here.
You can't escape from here.
Why are you looking at me? Not the door. What? Oh, could be the door. You're telling me I can't escape from here and all this rubbish? There doesn't seem to be any gimmick. Can't escape from here. Alright.
Here. This has to be the spot.
I thought maybe there was like a secret trapdoor underneath, much like the railings and push up from Terra
To leave the room,
Like there's a
the culprit
button
had to have taken
that
this
moves
door to
the-
the hallway.
the desk, either over the secret underground exit or not. And he's already shown how he's capable of pushing buttons from a distance.
Huh? There's nothing special about that.
But there's no other possibility. There isn't another entrance or exit.
I thought maybe underneath there.
But the door itself was locked and the key was found under the corpse, right? After locking it from outside in the hallway, how did the culprit enter the room and put the key under the corpse?
Try it. Everything must be verified.
After locking it from outside? No.
Sure. After committing the crime, the culprit went out to the hallway with the key in hand. They then locked the door.
Is it just me? Or do you also feel like those pink little blob things remind you of like the energy in Psychonauts? Especially like when you go gather health and stuff. Like the glibs in Ni no Kuni, but the Psychonaut ones. Especially like the area where you go inside the dude scientist's mind. Like training. And you push the training button or lever or whatever all the way to max and it breaks and then you have to deal with the fucking mini boss.
Assuming that's the only way to create this locked room, the problem is...
With the 6-sided cube.
What are you going to do with that key in your hand, Master? Don't tell me you still have no idea.
Hold on, let me think this over. We should go back inside for now.
What? Huh? Looks like we're locked out.
This is bad, Master! You better hurry or you'll fall into the abyss!
What do I do?
So that's what we're gonna do.
Calm down. You just need to solve the mystery. Doing that will
Yeah, but I
open
don't really know how to do that.
You can do it.
I only deduced. No, I can't. Have you slow on the uptake? The only reason why I deduced that it was the door was because both of you said, there's no gimmicks in this one, and then he said, well, there's no other way, and I'm like, okay, then we have to go with the most basic fucking thing, the door.
Yes.
That's why I chose
I'll
this one.
try.
Because of what they said, and how they said it. Not because it makes any
We have
sense
to put
to
the
me.
key back in the locked room, right? In that case...
That's right. The key could be slid through the gap in the vent cover above the door. And if they manage to throw the key right under the corpse
my
from here...
Oh, come on!
Stopped.
That is so... What? Fuck off. He ain't got those abilities too. We already talked about, like, you know, the heights and the, you know, special rope and all this shit. You don't bloody have this fucking nonsense. Like, he is not Leon Kuwata plus. You know, what the fuck? No, game, that's not good. Sorry, that's rubbish.
But nothing happened. The door is still closed.
If it was wrong, a trap would have activated. So we're on the right track about the key being thrown in.
But there's more to it than that. If you simply threw it in, it'd be impossible to position it under the corpse.
I feel like it's almost some sort of like weird zipline bullshit where, you know, like you pull something and it zips back to the thing. Like there's something underneath the corpse that connects to the key.
I see. So this is the vital clue for this locked room. I'm beginning to understand what happened here.
Oh, Lara, have you already solved the trick to this locked room?
You haven't?
I mean, I don't know if I have. I have
Hey, quit playing hard to get and tell us. Or
there
just
are certain things that you
us where
pull to
might
like
hear.
zoom to an area.
If you want information from me, you'll have to pay a fitting
Almost like
price
a
in
dog's
Shannon.
lead. You know, some dog leads have a sort of mechanism that you can like push the button down, let the lead go loose, and push it again, holds it. Or like a seatbelt type thing. You know, where like it zooms to the original position.
Of course, I don't work for cheap.
Oh, for love of God.
You really are a devil, trying to take money from a death god, huh?
The key was definitely tossed inside, but that doesn't explain how it got under the corpse. So, how did the culprit pull off that trick after tossing the key in? Maybe the corpse was moved? That would explain how it was on top of the key. But how do you move a body from outside a locked room?
Aww, the way's completely blocked off.
But the only things here that can block our progress are mysteries, right?
That's true. So, we just need to solve the mystery.
Would you stop?
At least give me a heads up first.
You should get your heads off.
It says, how was the corpse moved?
I've
Corpse
been
moved?
trying to figure it out for a while, but
Really? You're really going down that road. I was hoping it was my idea.
Evidence was left at the scene.
The dolls?
huh?
If you look at the evidence, you'll understand what tool the culprit used to pull this off.
Okay. Let's do that then. Oh, the weird, different stain directions. Or maybe that. The same string that had the key that made the scrape on the gap in it, which is the key moving through, was the same string that was cut on this guy. Which is why this one has the neck additional weird marking. So it's using some kind of rope mechanism that's particularly strapped around the guy's head. The neck. So this is the one. Some weird shit like that. Well, I don't know what tool or some thin rope.
Tool?
That's all the advice I'll provide. You must figure out the rest yourself if you wish to be a
It
true
was
detective.
attached to the key at one end and around the guy's neck like a noose in the other.
Got it.
Got it? You just want the mystery solved for you, huh? I can tell, because I'm your mentor.
Oh, good. I'm glad that's the reason. I also don't care. Shut up.
So, I'll help you out. Are you ready? You better be.
Okay, thank you.
Huh? Ready for what?
Later.
This again. I don't like this one. I don't like this one.
Let's work together as a team.
Culprit used string.
Tick tock, tick.
Yeah, no.
Go, go, go. Nice.
Yeah. I did say, so I was right, huh? It's so fucking weird though. I don't know how that's used. I just knew it was relevant.
That's right. That's right.
I don't like the movement being slow. That has a penalty to it as well. Because then I don't get as many rotations for the time to go down. Because the time doesn't slow down. Just the barrel slows down. I don't like that. If the barrel was also the timer, okay. Time doesn't slow down. It's just we get less rotations in general.
That's right. There was evidence of a thin
If I'm like,
string being
only
used
just
to
get it
sync
right at
the
the end,
crime.
I need X amount of rotations to get them all. I'm not going to get that. Yeah. no.
A sturdy and thin string like a fishing line.
I
must
did
have been
say-
used to move the body.
The key and there were scrape marks, and that's the same string with one end with the neck on the other.
Think a tiny string could move a whole corpse.
Wrapped around the neck. Did we say that wrapped around the neck? Oh good, he didn't. Fantastic. So I know exactly what to do next. Good. I'm gonna need to go toilet. I'll be right back. Okay.
There he is again! That rude and gloomy guy.
Rude and gloomy guy.
That deduction is wrong. You're wrong.
What could be wrong about it? Master sounded really confident just now.
He sounded confident about saying it was wrong.
Listen. The nails in that corpse's leg pierced through his body and into the floor. Which means the corpse was fixed in place. So how could the corpse be moved?
Oh, true. If the corpse was stuck in place, it'd be impossible to move it.
Indeed. It would be impossible.
Laura, you think so too?
He's trying to
So
say
I was
if
wrong
it
the
was
whole
stuck
time?
to the door. But that's the thing, it's not.
The door!
The truth is slipping further away!
This is like that first song.
Of course it is. Because your deduction is wrong. You people will never reach the truth. This is the end.
Master, let's take him down first!
Okay.
Yeah.
How do we do that? Reasoning deathmatch.
Your deduction. Is wrong. Do you have any proof that the corpse was moved?
Hey, what the fuck? I didn't tell you, John. That's not fair. I didn't tell you, John. What?
The meter.
I told you to move left.
In fact, that corpse shows no sign it was ever moved. That's an indisputable fact.
Right.
Just like I said when you didn't see what's going on, the body was fixed in place.
But in order to collect the long room, it would have been necessary to move the body.
Then...
In that case, there might be some evidence that's behind something being moved. Let's check the solution key.
I already know. I was busy
Your
doing the white noise and
deduction
shit, and also
is
being really
wrong.
upset that you didn't do the thing with it.
Do you have any proof that the corpse was moved? The corpse was fixed in place. It didn't move the meter. In fact, that corpse shows no sign it was ever moved.
Slash through this mystery.
Difference between X and A.
No, there was evidence the body had been moved. The upper and lower parts of the body bled out differently. The blood from the lower body flowed naturally outwards, along the body's outline. But blood from the upper body looks like it flowed in a downward direction, toward his hips. If the corpse was motionless on its back, there wouldn't be such unusual bloodstains. In other words, it's safe to assume the body's position was different from when it was discovered.
It's Class Star Solar Edition. Because it's part of the drum. Three of you?
What? What's this?
Ugh, gross! We gotta hurry and get through that door.
What's gross about it?
Unusual circumstances. It doesn't matter. As long as the corpse was pinned to the floor, it couldn't be moved. You can't change the truth.
Even this didn't work? Am I just wrong about it all?
No, you're correct. The answer you've reached using the evidence is the truth.
I see she's
There's no doubt a fine string was used in this case.
She's allowing us to
Evidence at the
use
crime
blood.
scene indicate the corpse was moved. So all that remains is to answer, how was the pin body moved? That bizarre bloodstain holds the clue to all of this.
The bloodstain?
On a blue vein.
If the bloodstain is the clue for how the body could be moved, even while pinned.
Master, we gotta chase after the door. It's getting further away.
Okay.
Hey, wait!
I won't let you.
You won't let me. I have no idea. Oh, it allows me to do directionals, let alone the weird buttons? Oh, okay. I pressed right direction. I don't know why I did. Fuck's sake. I just have to pick the wrong one and the right one last. It was really difficult to tell, like, the positioning of the... Oh, you actually aren't counting these. Why do you tell me? Because it looks like you're going to the one I actually said, so it made it look like, That's not actually...
That's right. The corpse was
That's
sitting
really
up at
annoying.
first.
It made it look, the animation made it
That's
look
why
like
all the wounds in the
it was
upper half
actually
of the
taking
body
my
went straight
input
down.
and not just calling it wrong no matter what. That's fine.
The string I
If it
mentioned
was the
before
wall, we
was
would have
thin,
fucking
but
stains
sturdy.
on the wall. The wall would have held.
It was all over the room, holding the body's upper half in place. That's the reason only the corpse's neck had marks on it.
I don't know how that's the reason the corpse like it. It sounds like the whole body shell. It's kind of both. The string had to be cut because the string had to be removed, so it wasn't part of the evidence.
The culprit then retrieved all the string that kept the corpse in place from outside the door.
Yeah, and how does he do that? By cutting
with
it.
nothing to support
Fuck,
it,
man!
the top half of the corpse fell back to the floor, just like how it was discovered.
That was really irritating as well, because like I thought it was actually taking in my inputs, because it looked like the movement was different each time on the first three, but
It appears this locked room mystery will finally be solved.
it should just not take any inputs that aren't the three buttons. In those situations. It shouldn't take my directional inputs at all.
When did that
Completely
happen?
ignore it. No, you just do
Maybe
what
you're
it does
supposed
to
to
make it look like it
recreate the
actually
locked
taking it.
room in the same way the culprit did. Master, you know the answer, right? Let's finish this.
Right.
Left. Recreate the locked room.
You gotta think like the culprit, Master.
Think about how the culprit created a locked room and follow the same steps to complete the room.
Are you kidding me?
Blood places suspicious.
Inspect items in the following sequence of events. Some of the items weren't used in the crime, so be careful.
You have to recreate the culprit's locked room mystery.
You gotta recreate the culprit's process to create what?
The fuck?
To create a locked room mystery.
Alright. I love when a good game has damn good transcript for so many fucking good reasons, like this one. See how many different reasons there are? This is a very unique reason because it applies to this game in particular, allowing me to do this steps in order thing. Yeah. Corpse thing up fast.
Maybe you got the order wrong. Stay calm, collect your thoughts. First, you need to tie the fishing line down. Find a sturdy spot where it can be easily retrieved later. Maybe you got the order wrong.
That's where the fucking fishing line went through! Oh my god!
First, you need to tie...
Stupid. Well, the painting is almost certainly not it. The corpse needs to be tied to, which is one of the first things you need to do. Like, the fucking thing isn't a goddamn hot air balloon. It's not gonna just escape if you don't do anything with it. It does need to be tied to the body. That is one of the first things that you do. And then the doll is in help probably to how to like feed it back through. So the string almost certainly goes through the doll. Doesn't care about the painting. Fucking bullshit.
Yuma, you have to recreate the locked room to prove you solved the mystery. You already know the answer. All that's left is to retrace the steps. Simple, no?
No, not when it's garbage and there's not really a particular 5 set of steps, so you can do things in different orders and still come up with the same fucking thing. It doesn't matter whether you tied the rope to the body first or whether you... Why would you even need to lay it down anywhere? It's not gonna fucking run away.
Master, go recreate the locked room. Think about the steps the culprit took to create the locked room and check each spot.
Fucking rubbish. Not happy about it.
Maybe you got the order wrong.
Really? I didn't put the fucking fishing line there either? Come on.
Maybe you got the order wrong. First, you need to tie...
So what the fuck is the... Oh my god. You tie it to the vent? That's what you do last.
First, a knot was tied through a slit in the vent.
Come on, that's ridiculous.
After that, the fishing line was drawn away to another location. In terms of sequence, it'd probably be easier to start with things that are fixed in place.
The fucking vent is lost. Yeah, it'd probably be like it's clearly proving that there's no exact fucking order to it. It might be, no, it probably be. I don't know, maybe you did it this way. There's no specific order to this shit. Oh god. Well, the painting's not fixed in place, and neither is the corpse, so that leaves the doll.
That's it! It passed through a doll's eye! And then the fishing line passed through the eye to somewhere else.
The painting had to be realigned, so presumably it's here.
No, there's no need for the... You proved that yourself already. The line is what propped the upper part of the body up.
So why was this ever tampered with? When it was realigned by the fucking peacekeepers, why did they even need to touch it then? It wasn't to help support this.
Right. The line was then passed around a certain point on the corpse. That was...
Yeah, under the head, because that's where the fucking mark is.
Even passing the line beneath the head wouldn't be enough to pull the upper body up.
But that's where the fucking marker is!
Try to remember the corpse. There should have been a mark left by the line other than the
Then why
strangulation
didn't we
mark.
find it? Clearly we fucking suck as investigators if we didn't find that mark.
Only the corpse's upper body was upright, yeah? Passing the line under the hips wouldn't help support it. There's gotta be a better spot for that.
Oh, under the neck, fuck's sake.
Here, behind the neck.
Ooh, that's what I meant when I said under the head. Under the head. What do you think is under the head? The neck.
Now, it's clear that the line passed through the vent, the doll's eye, and ended beneath the neck.
Hang on. Why?
I mean, I'm the one who fucking figured it out back before we had even three fuckers, and I had to throw the key in, and then at that point I made the bloody hypothesis of dragging there was a fucking line between the key and when Halara said if you look through the goddamn truth bullets, the evidence, you'll figure out a way that it was moved. And it was at that point, right before all this fucking garbage, that I figured out that the mark on the neck connected to the fucking key. And I said as much. But this game has been nothing but confusing ass fucking stupid bullshit. Wording garbage. Saying things that aren't even fucking real. Like, oh... Not understanding what I want to say. Not giving me the correct prompts. Not showing me that it's not reading my inputs. Like, oh my god. Very pissed off. I mean, it's in the middle of it, and you're not going to break the doll's eyes to get it into the doll.
To support the body's weight, the line needs to pass through the doll first, as it was fixed in place.
And also, the eyes are, separate holes. You don't want to break the two holes in order to feed it
Next,
through.
the fishing line.
What do you mean next to it? Connects to the fucking keys, what? Put the key on the other end.
Great work! I think you're getting close to completing the locked room mystery!
The line passed through the vent and doll to the corpse, in that order. Correct so far. Keep going.
I mean, not just that, we did the corpse part too with the neck. It would be silly going to the corpse again. Why wouldn't we do it all together at once then? We need the key to be...
There are 3 points with signs of wear from the line. That should tell you what happened next. Think it over one more time.
Now, to return the line to the vent. This kept the corpse's upper torso in place. The room has been completely prepared. So next...
Sending it through. Then that means going to the fucking vent again. Oh, now the door's here.
The culprit exited through the door and locked it with the key. And then... the key was thrown through the gap in the vent. If the culprit managed to drop the key next to the corpse, the only thing left was to untie the line.
Still had to fucking aim it like a bloody pro. Still had to be Leon Kawada. If you're saying that the room for error is anywhere that is fucking the corpse is not, it's also like not an easy thing because like corpse is not a backboard, right? It's not, the back isn't facing the door, yeah. So you have to like aim it very carefully. It's a fucking key, so who knows how it bounces? You know, like just so it lands underneath where the body would have laid. So it requires just as precise. It's not, the whole thing was set up as like, oh, it's so much easier than that because you just move the body. You don't need to worry about where it lands. No, you absolutely do. This is fucking trash. Why the hell are they not letting me do quick actions for that? What the fuck? Fuck you. Oh. Now I'm being the fucking detective in my life. So, I think it's because I'm streaming this game, and there's these like restrictions on this game and shit. I don't know if it's just, you know, Twitch has fucked up and stopped me from being able to use what I really value. But I just figured out in a detective way, just like this sort of like thinking outside the box situations. Even though you have, you're literally told from like, oh man, that would be impossible to throw the key perfectly. Don't worry, you don't need to. You just need to throw it perfectly. I mean, you just have to throw it and land, not even like hit, land, which is hard enough as it is. Most people won't do it. Land it so that it fucking sits still underneath the very small area, presumably as close to the body as possible, where the fucking body would lay on top. So that's bullshit. That clearly requires a professional way of throwing the fucking key. That they know exactly how it will land and how much force to give it and all that. But in my attempt to want to make a stream marker, because for some reason when I'm streaming this game it doesn't let me make stream markers, I'm thought of another way of making that stream marker, which is instead of using the stream marker tool that's on my dashboard, write a sentence, because I remember that other tools to do with VODs and streaming is that when you look at a VOD and you have comments in that VOD, there is a timestamp next to each comment that allows you to go directly to that part in the video. So if I write a comment like that saying, basically this is some way of doing a stream marker, that's a stream marker in chat that tells me to click on that comment when I go to the video, and then that will take it to this part of the video, with basically functioning like a stream marker would normally. Because stream marker is how I make my edited YouTube content, which by the way, you know, there's going to be a really cool video coming out this weekend all about Labyrinth Galeria, 30 different comments and points to make about that. All detailed and everything, because I was able to use stream markers. But I value and I cherish stream markers to help, you know, keep hold of content I want to save for later use. And here, like, I'm trying to make a fucking stream marker about how this is silly, and how the whole idea of you don't need to be a professional key thrower in order to make this work. No, you do, because you can't move the body in a sort of like across the board kind of way. The only way you can move the body is with the top half up and down. So you still have to be able to make this pinpoint ass throw from outside of the door with the key. You get one shot, no chance to blow and all that M&M shit. To land it perfectly underneath where the corpse would remain. That's bullshit. The whole thing's a fucking joke. There's no way.
The corpse, which was supported only by the line, would fall face up on top of the key.
Which means that this is a ridiculous bullshit murder case, because there's no way the guy has that kind of bloody accuracy to rely on.
That's how the culprit.
That was the whole point made right at the start. It's like, well, I mean, they literally said to themselves, nobody's going to be able to throw the key with such precision. So how do you move? So what must have happened instead? How come it was, under the corpse? And then it was like, okay, well, then if you move the body, then it wouldn't matter where the key lay. Well, no, clearly it does.
Did it! That's my master.
That's crap. That's garbage. Let alone like the whole locked room sequence bullshit. And alone the fact that it was trying to tell me that it was reading my inputs because it was making animations that made it look like it knew which one I was picking, and then
The bloodstains were strange. The length of the nails driven into the upper and lower body were different. The nails on the upper half didn't penetrate all the way through the body. But the nails on the lower half went all the way through and into the floor. That was how the lower
Penetrating
half
with
would be
your nail.
secured, while the upper
You know what
half
the
could
shape
still
of the
be
nail
moved
is?
around.
It's long and thin. I don't
Sure
like it.
was tricky, but you managed to solve the mystery behind it.
Yeah, we got the treasure. Yeah.
The mansion study was quite an elaborate locked room.
Except,
Not really, nowhere half as elaborate as expecting, considering we were presuming this person is just an average key thrower, not some fucking professional. Yeah, but what we know so far isn't enough to pinpoint who the culprit is. Calm down, we're only partway through the labyrinth. Even if we solve everything at the last second, it's still solved. And then whoever dies from it will be the murderer, and we know.
Now, where's the next solution key?
What do you think, bitch?
Master, come on down and solve the ancient locked room. Next up, to win big, Alara, saving the day. It's a new me.
What do you mean imitating?
We are the first three contestants on the side that's right.
Price is right?
Ah!
Alright, moving on.
Looks like we finally made it to the treasure chest.
I thought I was gonna have to read it because she went blach instead of few, and I thought that was the only thing she was gonna do. But whatever.
Speaking of, don't you think that whoever worked the hardest?
Because that's not what few is. Phew. It's not blach. That's not the same thing. So I thought that was just the because like a lot of lines, if they're not fully voiced, they like giving a little bit of a flavor, sound effect. I thought that's what that was gonna be because it wasn't what was fucking written. Whatever.
Of course.
Fishing line was used in the locked room mystery of the mansion study.
This
And even
is
fishing with my
probably
dad.
another clue leading to the
My dad's
culprit.
also about.
I'm not sure how we use it.
But he's not 35.
Still, it must be used for something. Hold on to it for now.
Wow, 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 wow,
All right, let's keep going and solve the remaining.
Now that
locked
we've,
rooms.
paid our respects and our thanks to having my name in the game, we will actually move on properly in order they want and leave 3 last just like anyone else would.
The first locked room happened 6 months ago in a secret club in Kamasaki district. An old geezer was nailed to the wall in an underground casino.
Yay!
If you think you're up for it, then let's solve this thing.
Not particularly.
Are you going to the first locked room?
Yeah, why do you have to talk like this? Why do you have to talk at all? You're a fucking doll, you don't even have a voice box.
Oh, did we get trapped inside a locked room again?
Oh yes!
But if the mystery isn't solved, then I won't escape this place. Trapped in a cramped room with these two. Sounds kind of fun, actually.
Eh.
I have no intention of playing along with your fantasies. Yuma, hurry up and take care of this.
Yeah, okay.
And the carpet playroom.
This is where I used Halara's Forte with my coalescence for the first time. This cognition allowed us to see the crime scene as it was in the past.
Let
Some
me
things were
see her
obviously
forte.
different. Those are most suspicious.
You what? Yeah. Is this what my idea of the... Well, that was, you know, for the other room, my first idea of how to get out of the other room is actually how you got out of this one. The roulette table again. Not that. It's fucking tiny. I feel like this is dead for a reason. Is that there's a fucking halfway behind me.
There aren't any particular gimmicks in this location.
If you want to play around, then do it after the case is closed.
Okay. 4, 5. Now you don't want to say anything? Even if the culprit escaped out the door, they couldn't have put the key into the glass. Which means the culprit didn't escape from here. Why? Just put the key in the glass any old time. What the fuck? I don't know. What the fuck? Yeah, is there a trap door here? Why do you keep... What the fuck?
Maybe there are secret passageways here.
That's what I was thinking! That's what I'm trying to find!
Right.
You seriously telling me it's a fucking gun?
Here.
But that thing is fucking tiny! It doesn't allow anyone to fit through! What the fuck? It's too small to go through, man!
You believe the culprit escaped through the vent?
That is bullshit.
Yes, I'm sure of it.
It's too small!
When I saw the crime scene with your post-cognition, the screws on the 4 corners of the vent cover were removed. Which means the culprit must have escaped from there.
Into what? A fucking pipe?
You're saying the culprit escaped from the vent? That's impossible.
Master, poke him full of holes until he's a makeshift golf course. What does that
Might be
mean?
more like some kind of banana trick. He's going bananas. Wow. There's a room key inside the glass. Oh, yes,
How ludicrous. They used the vent. That's utterly impossible. Think of where that vent is. Isn't it pretty high up? There's no way you could get there. Even if the cover was removed. There's no foothold to use to reach it.
Slash through this mystery. Some of the nails stuck in the bottom of the vent were bent downward. The culprit used the nails driven into the wall as footing to reach the vent.
How tall are they? 2
The
feet?
weight caused the
Are they a
nails to
kid?
bend.
What is this rubbish? They're a fucking 5-year-old at this point. This thing is too fucking small, and they're using that fucking nails as a climbing wall. What, are they 2 feet tall? What is this shit?
So you're forced to fight this way every
Bullshit!
day. Quite the test of endurance.
Yeah, no kidding.
However, solving the mystery itself was simple. The nails were used as footing.
Like,
to
I don't
sneak
like
through
the second one, which we did
you find that out
previously,
using my
because of the fucking
post-cognition?
throw of the coin, the key.
Yeah.
But
Without
like
your
this
help,
one,
this
what
case
the
would've been
fuck?
impossible
This
to
the
solve.
tiniest fucking vent, and they're using the bloody
You'll never be
nails
considered a full-fledged
as a
detective
climbing wall.
until you can handle a case like
What?
this on your own.
You just reach it.
Sorry.
The fuck?
You got lectured again.
rubbish.
Sucks to be a rookie, huh?
It's not like Peko Pekiyama shit,
Anyway, let's head out. We'll
where
use
she
the
uses
nails
her
on the
own
wall as
sword
footing,
and the sword
just
bag.
like
That's
you
much
used.
better.
Right, let's hurry.
And she has access to get the sword bag back when she's above. That makes sense. This is trash.
The Mystery Labyrinth. Such a bizarre place. I must ask, is there no way to escape besides solving the mysteries?
By the way, even though that's a
You
flavorful
mean
thing
like
to
in the
say,
emergency exit?
that is yet another stream.
Unfortunately, I
It's
don't
a
think
stream
that
I can't
exists.
fucking
An emergency exit, huh? Well, there is one. Kinda.
There is?
There.
But it doesn't solve anything. You'll just go right back to the mess you came from. Besides, to use the emergency exit, you'll have to pay a heavy
Is it my lifeblood again?
price.
And that is...
Don't worry about it. Using it here wouldn't help anyway. So, never mind. Just concentrate on.
So
solving
later
the
on in the
mystery.
story, and maybe the penultimate fucking trial,
Got
and we
it.
have to save someone in order to go back, and blah blah blah. We'll have to use it. Is that it? This was a very quick one, which is pretty cool. Please. Let's go get a new one. If it's like before, there should be a collection key here. will reveal the perpetrator of the crime at Secret Club. I like how you say before and not the fourth trial, because I didn't do it in order. Because they could have misunderstood that. Once you obtain it, you check and fire on it. You sure? Maybe there's a solution key like the one from before?
Could be. I wonder what kind of key it is. I can't wait. Ah!
That's why they forced us to do 4 first, because then this logic, this wording would make. As long as we've done 4 first, it would make sense.
There it is! Another treasure!
Arr, the Hades!
So, who's gonna open the treasure chest this time? How about, whoever looks like they'd win a character popularity poll?
Oh, I like that one. I like that one a lot. All I ever wanna do is bitch about the ghost waifu. All I ever wanna do is bitch about the ghost waifu. With Shinigami. Woo woo, Shinigami. Hey, hey, Shinigami. Woo woo, Shinigami.
Oh, that's me!
Eat it, bitch! Funny how one of the most rudest people I've ever had the displeasure of watching has the nerve to suggest that Shinigami is rude when all they fucking want to do is bitch about the ghost waifu.
Alright! Another solution key!
Only someone with a slender build could have used the nails as footing or escaped. Ah. Yeah, so it's not fat Tucker Fryer McGee. The other 3 have slender builds. They're thin. Generously thin. Not fat.
Looks like another clue leading us toward
Unless
the culprit.
the nun's boobs are too big. I don't know. But I mean, like, literally no one could fit in that.
Considering the culprit used those nails as footing, they would have to be nimble.
Oh, it's Jack. Jack be nimble. Jack be quick.
Given the size of the vent, only someone thin could fit through it.
Oh my god, this is so stupid. Because, like, nobody can fit through that if they're a full-grown adult.
So the culprit must be
Not really.
Let's solve the rest.
Right.
Left. The freezer.
Hey,
You decide what to solve first. I'll follow your lead.
Not bad at all!
So, which look room do you want to solve next? Hurry up and decide, master!
I can't decide because I really want to know.
The third locked room was a murder that happened 1 month ago in the art gallery
You mean the other
storage
ones
you
weren't a
came
murder
out
that
to
happened?
see.
Oh my, here I thought.
Pictures and paint were scattered all around the spot where a woman was being killed. If you think you're up for it, then let's solve this thing!
Are you going to the third locked room?
Ah! You're talking to me. By the way, I
Did
made
we
bread,
get stuck inside a locked room again?
but I didn't actually cut it read it, so it's just sitting here.
This was the corpse that was discovered by that worshipper and the art gallery employee. At the time of discovery, the door was locked and the key was nailed to a doll inside the room. Aside from the door, the only other entrance is the window, but
I just need to swallow this stuff. Oh, like fucking Shinigami's sword.
it opens just enough to fit a finger in. The frame itself is too small for even a child to squeeze through.
You mean like the one in the club?
How did the culprit vanish from here?
Fuck am I even looking at that?
Here.
Fuck. So half of these are just the fucking door, and half of them are fucking vents. Come on, man. Nothing particularly interesting or like unique about any of them. You have the 6-month one, which is the vent, even though it's insane to even think that's possible. Then you have the 3-month one, which is just the fucking door. Then you have this one, which is just the fucking door. And then you have the most recent one, which is the bloody window again. Like, no secret trap door from behind where all the bunch of paintings might be. No, like, you know, a cool little switch underneath the desk. The desk moves and there's like a secret bunker or something. And nothing interesting or clever about any of it. That is pretty fucking piss poor, man. Not gonna lie.
Nothing's happening. Maybe you made a mistake, Master.
No, that can't be right. It's impossible for anyone to squeeze through that window. They could have only gotten out through
The
the
one
door.
in the club.
I'm sure the culprit had the key and locked the door from the outside.
Like, it would make perfect
after
sense that
committing the crime.
one of the slot machines is broken because it doesn't actually connect to a socket back behind it. It is covering the secret passage. You move the thing, you realize, oh, there's actually just a secret passage behind. Big enough for a fucking human. That would be cool and interesting. And it makes sense why that one is turned off for some reason. Right? But no, the fucking vent, which nobody can go through. And it's just like vents and doors every time. Like, really? How unoriginal and boring is that? Come
The
on,
culprit just used a copy of the key? Would that really be considered a locked room mystery?
None of these are. None of them. You think the other one who fucking used the door was a locked room mystery? Let alone the vent ones? Come on, man.
Well, there are only 2 keys to the storage space, and the design makes them impossible to duplicate. I learned that thanks to you, Halara.
Why is it impossible to duplicate?
One of the keys is always carried by that one employee. It was used when the body was first discovered, right? And the only other key was nailed through a doll onto a painting.
Well, by the killer. Open the door first.
So, it is a locked room mystery! Right? Right? Oh, that's totally it.
I see. I suppose you could call it that. Hey, Yuma. Can you go check outside of that window?
You love making me do that, don't you? Is it like a fetish of you?
Oh, just like before.
Before?
Yeah, you made me do the same thing in the real world when we were investigating this place.
I see. Then the answer has already been confirmed. Very well. This locked room is solved.
How do you know what the answer would be if you've already checked it? Sorry, not checked it, if you already asked it. It would be the same situation of the asking, without having the answer yet to have it. What would change about the answer? If you asked it before. The resultant behaviors of why I'm here, having already seen it in the real life?
Huh? Wait, did you already solve this mystery?
You haven't?
You love saying that.
How about you go and check outside the window? Then even you will see.
Yay.
Oh, it unlocked. Looks like you can go outside.
It heard us. It has ears, apparently.
Alright, let's go see.
Beats me.
Go check outside the window. Even you should be able to figure out the truth.
Alright.
Okay, I got it. No need to worry. Just believe in yourself.
Come on.
What are you gonna find outside the window? If Kalara knows the answer, why didn't you just tell us?
Well, you're gonna have to ask her that, who apparently has the information, not me.
Well,
I'm supposed to be the one solving the mysteries. Besides, getting the answer from Alara will cost a lot of money.
Zero money, zero pride, zero memory, plur, triple zero master.
Come on. They're actually let us fuck around in the corridor.
Hey, didn't you already check this in the real world? Why
He
do
said
it
that,
again?
didn't he? And she said that she apparently knows the answer now.
Alara told me to check it twice. There must be an important clue outside that window.
Hey! Maybe the culprit threw the key in through the window. That way, the key would be found inside.
Doing that again? Making fun of your own shit that's already bad enough?
Well,
You sure they have a good
that
enough
theory.
throw for that? Oh my god. Yay, where's Alara?
Is this the storage key?
Which means...
Oh, for that. Because of the culprit.
This
What
one's a
happened to the
freebie.
key?
I was right. Just toss it in there, Master.
The culprit threw the key inside? Is that really the right answer? Did the culprit
With it nailed
throw the
down?
key
No.
in from the window?
Master, hurry up and throw the
Oh.
key! Your footing's crumbling away! You're gonna fall!
Oh.
That's the right answer?
Well, it's not yes!
How? Didn't the culprit throw the key in there? That's why the key
It's
was found inside,
nailed down to a fucking
It
painting!
wouldn't end up like that if we threw it in. The key was nailed to a painting. That's not possible if you just throw it into the room.
Thanks. What the
right?
fuck?
Oh, right. But if the culprit didn't throw it in there, How is the key left in the room?
That's a lot more difficult, which is why we're here. But certainly not throw it in
Can't nail the key after throwing it.
to a painting the size of fucking doorway. Oh, great.
You're back.
Ah!
The key vanished.
The key is in my hand.
Ah! I love that. Ow.
You got the doll and nail!
I
Yeah, what's
see.
with the doll?
So you're supposed to recreate the locked room in the same way the culprit did. Try it out. Doing so will create a new path.
Yeah, I'm gonna solve this.
Good luck,
I
Master!
don't know how the fucking doll works. Recreate the locked room. Oh yay, my favorite.
You have to recreate the culprit's locked room mystery. First, do something about that doll.
Okay. I'm talking to you.
Use everything you know and recreate the locked room. You should already have the answer.
Well, I failed.
All that's left is to follow the steps one at a time. It's that simple.
Steel ladder.
Just recreate what you deduced earlier. Follow the steps the culprit took to create the locked room mystery and check those locations.
Nope, none the wiser. What the fuck? I don't even remember where the dolls were. I have no idea. I have no fucking idea. I mean, the first thing you have to do is kill them. Of course, but not even so. I don't know. I really don't. Pretty sure some of these paintings were put up on the walls now.
All right, first, take the painting.
She said do something with the doll first. Ah. Listen to me! What the fuck? Like, it's possible the key obviously is nailed down. But you don't need to do that first. You may well need to nail the doll first. And that is what Shinigami said. Do something with the doll first.
The culprit nailed the doll onto the painting. Next, both were stood up at a certain location.
Yeah, it was here. Before the window. Unless it was maybe... No, it was this ladder.
Why are you standing it up there? Consider the process one more time. You need to do something else to the painting first. Think about where it could be placed and interacted with.
Okay.
The painting was stood up facing the window. Now the part with the pierced doll is right next to the window. After that...
You can do it, Master! Solve it!
And by inevitability we will, but nothing more than that.
By placing it against the wall, the doll nailed to it can reach the window. Good. You're on the right track.
So feed the key to the doll and then push it away. Open the fucking door.
Then the culprit went outside. The door was locked, and they went to the other side of the storage room.
And that's why she was so curious about how much space there was.
I can see the painting and doll
Push
through
the
the
thing
window,
out.
but I
Now
can
it looks like
barely
it's
fit my
separate.
hand through the gap.
Okay.
The doll's got a nail in it, but the problem is that key in your hand, Master.
So feed it to the doll.
Yeah, the culprit took the key and then... The culprit nailed the key to the painting, along with the doll from outside the window. Finally...
Pushed it out.
I pushed the painting into the room.
Okay.
It completes the locked room mystery.
This was a lot easier than
This
the
is
other
how the
one.
culprit did it.
And I didn't even know half as much. That was a lot easier. Yeah. It makes more sense the way they ask me shit, and it makes a huge difference. It's the whole wording crap. And like, you know, oh, we have a premise that you don't need an accurate, amazing throw to do it. But you do! Like,
It took some time, but you've reached the truth behind this locked room.
Throwing the key through the window would be obvious.
certainly this is more convoluted, which therefore makes it more difficult to solve.
So to mislead us into thinking that was impossible, the key was nailed to a painting which was then pushed over.
Which means that the positioning of the painting leaning against the wall, presumably the weight of the doll, the date of the wall, the weight of the doll allowed you to be able to use it with enough force to nail it in with a hammer of some sort, wherever the fuck that is. Taken away, I guess. Without the wall falling over in the process.
It's one thing for an amateur, but a detective wouldn't be tricked by this.
Oh, fantastic, thank you.
Seriously, only amateurs would get fooled by...
Mm-hmm. Use your next words.
Wisely.
Wait, you mean me?
I mean, that possibly couldn't happen, would it? You're not an amateur. We say that you're an amateur, and that would be heinous.
What is it?
You don't look very happy.
Oh!
Oh! Maybe because he has to shout every minute. I was thinking about a locked room with art gallery story. I think anybody could have created that. Yeah, I think anybody could have done most of it, and I think nobody could have got through the fucking vent in the first one. Agreed. Anybody can like the locked room mystery. The culprit, the nail man, anyone. So it's just someone wanting to be the nail man and is fascinated by the nail man. So we're supposed to think it's the fucking what do they call him? Worshipper? Or clergyman? As opposed to... Right! But we already, we have access to the incinerator. Only church people who work for the church have access to the incinerator. So it cannot be him, the idea.
Well?
What a tough locked room, but I'm sure the treasure will be worth the effort.
You gonna open it again?
Maybe we'll get like 10 solution keys. I can't wait.
You can't wait? So we have a break right here? Oh man. It would have been a perfect time for a break, but I don't really want a break right now. With that fucking text in particular.
Hey, a treasure chest! Who's gonna open this one? We should let the meanest one of us open it.
How would you decide that?
By doing it before we even came to a conclusion.
Like this. I'm the meanest. Let's check out this treasure. Huh?
What's wrong?
It's empty.
Huh? Why? After all we went through to solve this locked room.
Oh god!
This must mean solving the third locked room mystery doesn't necessarily bring us any closer to the ultimate truth.
That's terrible.
We did say
I
anyone could do it.
suddenly feel so tired.
We can't call it quits. We gotta keep going.
Oh, it's lit.
That's it for all the locked rooms. We make a pretty good team. Don't you think so?
Well, what do we do from here?
Take a dump.
I see. The way forward is clear.
Okay.
It must be due to
Just join
solving
in.
all of the locked room mysteries.
I'll rub you out, see? Rub you out. I
Now let's
guess
go.
it must be that.
Right.
Let's go.
Again, I gotta ask. Who's supposed to be the protagonist here?
You?
What?
That's it for all the locked rooms. We make a pretty good team. Don't you think so?
Yes, miss. I couldn't possibly figure out the third locked room because I'm an amateur.
I see. The way forward is clear. It must be due to solving all of the locked room mysteries. Now let's go.
No, let's go. Solution key obtained while investigating cases is materialized from the clues of the case and mysteries about mystery happening.
This place is creepy.
Adrenocreep.
Don't be afraid to roll the dice. You must keep pursuing the truth. Emotions must be discarded to reach a perfect solution through a perfect deduction. Isn't that right?
What's right is that the only reason we're walking at a fucking snail's pace is because nobody can skip this part of dialogue for whatever goddamn reason. Oh, now we can run. You've got enough time to do your silly little fucking...
Is this some dungeon?
It's a labyrinth. Of course it's a dungeon.
What is the meaning of this? Let me out of here!
Let me out! I'll kill your ass in the name of God!
I have nothing to do with the case.
You are too fat.
I'm not the culprit! Let me go!
Wow, they're all here!
So now we must pick out the true culprit of this case.
Oh, great.
True culprit.
That was easy.
Yuma, you solved all the locked room mysteries before you made it here. You should have all the clues and evidence
No.
you need to accuse
Maybe
the
I
culprit.
should, but I certainly don't.
To be honest, when I first met you, I thought you were rather pitiful.
No thanks.
You sure are honest.
Is she?
But my opinion of you has improved. These mysteries have brought you closer to becoming a true detective. Now tie up all the loose ends and prove that I am not mistaken about you.
Sorry.
With your logic,
It made fucking
anything
sense.
is possible.
I thought it was with my logic, as in your logic.
All right, I'll try.
Ooh, somebody's guilty.
Who's the
heart's
culprit?
pounding.
Figure it out and hit him with a dramatic finger point. Make the right choice and you'll reveal a new truth.
I don't know.
I'm not the nail man!
I'm not the culprit!
There's no way I could know.
I'm not the nail man.
How can I be the nail man?
I was gonna pick this.
I'm not the culprit!
I'm not the
How can I be the nail man?
What? The best clue we have is what they said. I'm not. Ow.
Huh?
Considering all the evidence gathered so far, only one person can be the nail man.
How can I be the nail man?
I'm not the culprit!
The culprit is you, Father.
Because he has access to the stupid incinerator. And he's the Finnick.
What? That's an absolutely...
Ridiculous thing to say.
Him again? Why won't he just give up?
You're saying the priest, a man of the cloth, is the culprit. That's
I think that's what the game
impossible.
wanted me to say up till that last part was
How
no,
dare
no,
you
no,
spew
and
such
how.
nonsense.
Because there's really not
Right.
been much to go on at
Do
all.
not make baseless accusations. The culprit has to be someone else.
Yuma, can I leave this to you?
No,
It's not a baseless accusation.
it is.
You're the
For the
only
most
one
part.
who could possibly be the culprit.
Master, you're acting
Because
as
he's
a
not
real
fat, neither is the nun.
Go on and boom kill him.
Because he's part of the actual church. So is the nun and the other guy. That guy. The only one that is fat. Although, to be fair, when we were talking to him initially, he was the one who said that this place wants the Nailman. He lets them relieve their own trouble and does them a favor.
I'm a man of the cloth.
Oh, yeah. Why is that?
I am not the Nailman.
Why is that question?
That's it! The first one to discover the bodies. The Nailman is the worshipper!
The last one.
So the Nailman isn't the worshiper, it's the priest.
Yeah, there's no doubt. You just have to find a way to prove it. And what's really annoying is that the transcript is used in every other part of the game. And I say how valuable the transcript is. And then I can't do that here. Why not? It should be accessible everywhere.
I'm a man of the cloth.
You sure are. I did not press up! Oh my god, I pressed left! God, the inputs in this fucking
It's
thing.
total blessed. I am not the Nailman. That's it! The first one to discover the bodies.
I hate how...
The Nailman is the worshipper!
Oh, I pressed it, man. I fucking pressed it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be late with it because it's supposed to be giving me a better score.
I'm a man of the cloth.
But also, I fucking hate how, like, sometimes it doesn't give me the direction I fucking press because shit doesn't... Why isn't that close enough? It's ridiculous.
I am not the Nailman. That's it! The first one to discover the bodies. The Nailman is the worshipper!
I'm trying to press it, but it won't eat my input. Oh, sorry, it will eat my input. It won't read my input.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so fucking dumb.
I'm a man of the cloth.
That should be close enough. That is bullshit.
I am not the Nailman.
Are you kidding me?
That's it! The first one to discover the bodies. The Nailman is the worshipper! This is the truth!
The rope ladder used in the clock tower's locked room was found in the incinerator, which only clergy can access.
Yes, so ask them to do it.
The worshipper may be a regular churchgoer, but he's no clergyman.
That doesn't conclude, though. You just ask them to do it.
So he's no longer a suspect.
And you can ask them to do it. They might not know what they're fucking getting into. Especially if you ask the ditzy fat guy.
Shut up! Shut up!
And I say fat guy because A, that's one of the few things I have to remember him by. But also B, because apparently that's relevant because you have to go through a fucking vent that nobody could possibly go through.
Ridiculous! Member of the church is the culprit?
How is that not quick and how is that not late enough, you know? Yeah, that should get
There
in that.
are others working for the church. Yes, there's the servant.
No, I'm an
The
idiot. I
servant
don't know
must
who
be
it
the
is.
Nailman. The servant was able to commit the crimes. To be eliminated as a suspect, he pretended to discover a rope ladder.
right.
I overstepped beside the priest, though. Looks like he plans to have the 17th floor now.
But
7 isn't building. It's impossible to come on.
Then...
Focus on breathing next, and let's take a look at the station and keys.
I already have.
A member of the church is the culprit? Even so, I am not the culprit. There are others working for the church. Yes, there's the servant. The servant must be the mailman. The servant was able to commit the crimes.
I'll slash through this mystery. Climbing up to the underground casino's window with only nails for footing would require considerable agility.
Also requires you to be 2 feet tall.
Judging by the size of the window, there's no way someone of his size could have committed the crime.
Like, you know, thin as a fucking toothpick.
No, no!
No, no, no! Yes, yes, yes!
Lies!
That's not lies. That's just...
The nun must be.
Could possibly. None were allowed. The victims of serial killing were saying. Pushing lines, he's not going. Because she's shit at throwing keys, I guess, but he is awesome. Oh, full use of that arm.
She's thin and also works at the church. The nun was absolutely able to commit the crimes. It's not like she's afraid of heights. She used the nail.
I did not press up! I'm getting so sick of that.
And you know she's always saying, I'll kill your ass in the name of God. It's clear she's the ruthless soul.
Yeah. Was the earlier one.
We don't know if she's ruthless or not, isn't that right, Zinkai? But there's something about that station, you have to look for creative, creators run in, yeah.
I'm really sick of this fucking controller not bloody giving me left or right when it gives me up instead. What the fuck is that? I don't really have done it with the donut. Yeah, I know! I have the right bloody truth bullet. It's like... Combination of these fucking controls.
Also works at the church. The nun was absolutely able to commit the crimes.
This is the truth.
I didn't know which side I was gonna go, so it started fucking moving. It was on the right.
In the mansion study's locked room, the culprit tossed the key behind the corpse with perfect aim.
And no one could do that. No one at all. Do you have perfect aim because you have 2 arms? I have 2 arms. You know me, I have fucking perfect aim.
With her dominant hand injured,
I bet there are some people with 1 arm who have better aim than me.
She's not the culprit.
I mean, I got the true bullets perfect right at the beginning each time, right? I looked at the true bullets and I picked the right one. And then, like, due to the game's fucking jank and not reading my inputs and making it look like it's one side, and then when it shows me it's going the other, even though it was, you know, it was deployed on the right, goes to the fucking left. I can't do it in time because it doesn't let me. It doesn't actually allow me to press the inputs quickly enough without eating them. Playing fucking Street Fighter over here.
It's you. You are the nail man.
Hey, say something quick. Otherwise, they'll pin me as the culprit.
Arm bullshit.
Well...
You're useless. I am a priest in service to God. I am not the nail man.
Was it Kenji?
What god would make you this ugly?
All your proof is nothing but fantasy. You don't have a single piece of hard evidence.
Hard evidence?
Hard dick. What?
But Master, you do! It's easy.
No, it isn't.
Based on the facts, the priest must be the culprit. The decisive evidence that proves it is...
I have no fucking...
I don't know.
No, I know.
What do I do?
Try some bullshit with terribly designed logic fallacies that
detective
I'm
must
supposed to
always
think, like,
prioritize
if you have one
solving
arm,
the
you have
case.
terrible aim, but if you have two arms, you have great
Listen,
aim.
A detective
Garbage
isn't
like
an
that.
arbiter of justice. Unraveling a case is top priority, even with questionable methods.
The whole fucking thing's been questionable.
What do you mean? In short, you must get them to confess. Use everything in your arsenal, even if it requires bluffing.
What are we, Kokichi?
Use...
Doing the lie shit? Some beautiful lie crap?
Don't hesitate to use anything that might give you an advantage. Emotions must be discarded to reach a perfect solution through a perfect deduction. Always remember that.
A bluff? In other words, I should just claim I have solid evidence. But what could I use as a bluff?
This is fucking V3 over there. I'm looking through these to see if there's anything I can use that makes sense. I can use this.
With your stupid fantasies. Everything you say is nothing but a fantasy. Do you have any proof that I'm the culprit?
I did not press. Fuck off!
Did you find my blood? Of course there's no evidence. Because I
Keeps going up and down.
That's true.
I guess we don't have any hard evidence. Those choices.
Yeah, that's
Just like a lot of stuff, you whatever you have, bluff you have to.
Give the bluff, huh? Use that one thing, maybe. Loafers.
Enough with your stupid fantasies. Everything you say
I'm going up when I fucking press the
is
direction.
nothing but a fantasy. Do you have any proof that I'm the culprit? Did you find my fingerprints? Did you find my blood? Of course there's no evidence. This is the truth.
The footprints are of loafers that only you wear.
left clear evidence at the clock tower's crime scene. There were footprints left under the window in the mud. When we inspected them, we found out they perfectly match your footprints.
Impossible! I already burned those shoes.
Excuse me, blue jeans? Mondo Owada McGee? Are we Mondoing this shit up now? Mr. Mondo over here with his blue jeans. Yeah. And what happens after that? Good old Kyoko Kirigiri with a trap of the let's talk about some random shit that could not possibly be relevant. My jeans are blue, there's no way.
You gave yourself away.
This is Mondo Owada shit, man.
I
am the culprit.
I swear, I only enacted justice in the name of God.
So you did kill
Looks
him.
like it worked. Good job, Yuma.
I mean, this ain't our first Danganronpa
Thanks.
rodeo. There's that Class Rock Solar Edition drum beat again.
To save it, someone had to get their hands dirty. Those slain were the evil incarnate that harmed others. That's why the people asked the Nailman.
Yes, and you were
to
once
kill
saying that
them.
Nailman's a good thing when we first talked to you.
Must be punished. And so, I strangled them. Made them suffer. All I did was slay evil.
Okay, so you admit that you did. It's not for you to decide what is evil, what isn't. But you definitely are letting us know that you.
If someone hates somebody bad enough, they give that name to the Nailman. And this priest went around killing those people as the Nailman.
The urban legend offered targets for murder.
A priest is supposed to be the voice of God, but he went around killing people because someone wanted them dead.
Honestly,
What is awesome?
what?
It's terrible. It's insane to think that he'd kill people for a reason like that.
That could be said about all murders. Insane people kill for insane reasons. Anyway, you did it, Yuma. My expectations of you weren't wrong after all.
Is it finally over?
I'm not condoning killing, but I mean,
Nothing's happening.
at all.
But
I'm
last
very much
time...
against it. But
Yeah. The soul of
insane
the true
reasons
culprit
for
who
every
created
one of
this
them
mystery
of the equal
labyrinth
level of
should
insanity?
And since it didn't, it looks like this isn't over yet.
Listening to some fucking hearsay and saying,
It's
"Oh, I'll
not
do it
over?
then." That is pretty fucking insane.
There are still mysteries related
Actually
to the Nailman
having
killings
proof
within this mystery
firsthand
labyrinth.
of things they did that are not only personal but
We
brutal.
solved all of the locked
Ah, a
rooms
little
and
different.
discovered the true identity
They're not
of
the
the
same.
mailman.
You know,
Was I wrong?
you killed my son in front of my
the
eyes,
priest even confessed
or
to it.
whatever. I can
Calm
understand
down,
that.
Yuma. There's no need to panic.
Something not less
If the
insane.
mailman's
It's still
identity is
not
exposed and all
condonable
mysteries
or
are yet to
okay
be
by any
solved,
means, but it's a lot less insane.
then most likely someone else's
You know,
agenda.
like,
is
and
involved.
not everything's the same level of insanity here.
Someone else's
Can't say that
agenda?
for all murders.
Meaning the nailman.
Or like getting rid of like a
didn't
genocidal
work
maniac
alone.
with actual proof,
there's
not like,
another
oh, someone I
culprit?
don't like, I put a
But-
fucking voodoo doll.
Yuma, if you consider yourself to be a detective, you must see the truth through to the very end.
Does this mean though that
No mystery
the
concludes with a dead end. There is nothing
The
we
father will
detectives
not-
cannot solve.
priest? Oh, I'm really
Alright.
enjoying this.
We have to review these killings from a different perspective.
Oh. I mean, someone ordered them. Well, you know, a bunch of them. Depending who sent out their fucking...
Out of the 4 locked rooms, if any of them were hiding a mysterious secret, it would be the room that's obviously different from the others.
Different?
Master, I get the feeling you want my help. Isn't that right? That's what you want, right?
Huh?
Oh, fine. I can't say no to you when you're so helpless like that. Okay, Master, lay it all out.
Oh no. Oh no.
Good luck.
Right on, Master Trainee. Alara will recognize your skills one of these days.
I didn't do that. Not a bad deduction, but it's still no piece off. Cody's up now. Should be, since we found the fucking murderer. There are many reasons why there's a room that's obviously different from the other. One is underground, one is way up high. One, you're supposed to fly through a fucking vent. The true culprit is the fucking farmer, even if he was assigned to do this is bullshit. The one that I don't like the most is this one. But like one happened after we were assigned, or currently. I guess they all happened before. Also the loafers of the evidence. There's reason to pick all of them, man. The reason that makes most sense right now is whatever to do with the loafers that we said was an excuse. It's just this one.
No, that has nothing to do with the matter at hand. Try thinking it over again.
Yeah.
Please don't get hit for it. This is the one I didn't like the most.
No, that has nothing to do with the matter.
Yeah.
This is so fuckers. What the matter at hand is the loafers. That's literally what we used as bait that the guy was, you know, fell for. Why did he fall for it? So we need to examine what we used as bait. So we used the bait for something that only happened in this one. This is the one that is most relevant for right now. That would make sense, even if there are reasons for all of them. The one for the first one is the stupid vent doesn't make any fucking sense as not a real fucking reason. But that's been kind of passed. Probably gonna pick the right one last. Because this is shit. We have the Ali Hone case, and we have the girl with the fucking paintings and crap. Offered a key, but he has access to fucking... Dumb shit. Fucking dumb shit, man. This locked room is different from the others because of the victims'
You can do it, Master!
gender. No. Victim's death.
Great! You can do it, Master!
I pressed it!
Go, go, go!
Oh, fuck off. See, I pressed it, it didn't read it, so then I couldn't get the A.
You can do it, Master! That's right!
Pressing it.
Go, go! Great!
Well.
A new path's opened up. It seems to be a hidden passage. If so, then the truth should be somewhere down there. Let's go.
Yeah.
I can't talk to them right
So the cause of death for the victim at the art gallery storage is the only one that's different.
Right. The victims in the other locked rooms were all strangled to death. All had strangulation marks and scratches, defensive wounds. The victim in the third locked room had strangulation marks, but no signs of resisting. There's also evidence of blunt trauma to the head, which can be considered the fatal blow.
The marks could have been made after the victim died, so as to appear as if strangulation was the cause of death. The real cause of death is blunt force trauma.
I just can't deal with this blunt force, man. This makes me so upset. Blunt force trauma. This is a weird way of using the word trauma, you know? I just... my trauma over it. And blunt force is enough.
Another obstacle, but
It was killed by being bashed in the head. But my trauma!
Let's solve
You know,
this
it's kind of
mystery
like,
and move on.
why trauma?
Right.
I don't mind the actual thing that happened there. I mind my mental response to it. What was the what? Why was the cause of death made to look like strangulation to match with all the others? Likely to be an insignificant one? There must be a reason to set up this way. I'll have to figure out the rest for yourself. I don't mind helping, but it'll cost you. You'll have to figure it out, but I don't mind telling you.
Oh, I got it!
Huh?
The answer is the comet's got a choking fetish.
Don't be ridiculous. There's even a door for that. This makes the most logical sense.
Right here!
not entirely sure it's right, but it makes most logical sense. It's a helping hand because the helping hand is literally somebody else wanting to do the same
The
thing.
strangulation was faked to imply this crime had the same perpetrator as the other 3 incidents. By making the crime scene as similar as possible, it appeared like the mailman was responsible for an unrelated murder. Which means this was a copycat crime.
We can't see me too.
I agree.
No, actually, not even that. Bianca to go now.
Among the string of nailman killings, there could be some that were done by copycat criminals.
That has to be why the mystery labyrinth still remains, even after discovering the mailman's identity. So who is the copycat criminal?
Indeed, we need to uncover this imposter's identity.
All right.
You're accusing me of being the copycat criminal? What the hell? I'll kill your ass!
I so want it to be you. That would be really fucking interesting.
No, it's not me.
I told you already. I have nothing to do with this.
I think I'm gonna pick you first because you make the most sense to want a copycat.
You are the copycat criminal.
Huh? Me? What are you
But
talking
it would have been
about?
really fucking fucked up and,
I told you
interesting
all about the nailman, and even cooperated with your
if it was
investigation.
the boy. That would be sick.
And now you think I'm a murderer? Are you fucking kidding me? This is crazy. Your investigation isn't worth shit. I'll crush you to dust, you filth!
Freezing deathmatch away.
Why accuse me of being the culprit?
No, I don't want to do that. I want to see that. Like the other victims are assigned strangulation, but no one sees this one. Back to there. This information obtained from the chest west with you about the past no evidence.
I was just first on the
That
scene.
wasn't close enough.
Why do you think I'm a copycat criminal? It could have all
Why do
been
you
the
think?
nailman. The cause of death
Why
was
was
just
that not
different
close?
each time, yeah?
Oh, was that not
It
close
was a
enough?
copycat criminal. Is it me? The servant could be the copycat. The nurse could be the copycat.
Oh my god.
Anyone
What
could
am I
have
getting
done
comboed?
it.
Any evidence showing the Westbridge anyone could have done it? Yes! His knowledge! There's something like the first discovery of no, that would do it. Is there anyone to find out fetching information still again? Why don't understand?
Why accuse me of being the culprit? I was just first on the scene. Why do you
How
think
is that
I'm
not
the
close enough?
copycat
Come
criminal?
on, that is bullshit!
It could have all been the nailman. The cause of death was just different each time, yeah? Even if there was
That wasn't
copycat
close
criminal,
enough? How does that make any sense?
The servant could be the copycat. The nurse could be the copycat.
I fucking moved and you didn't blatantly care.
Done it! Now slash through this mystery.
The cause of death in the art gallery was blunt force trauma, faked as a strangling to resemble the Nailman's MO.
Modus operandi.
But the murders all being strangulations wasn't made public right away. The only ones who knew that were those who actually set foot on the crime scenes. That includes the mailman himself, the peacekeepers, and the first eyewitnesses on the scene. Which means you could have committed the murder in the art gallery.
A fleeing phantom is a bad phantom!
Sense into that sensitive, nonsensical phantom!
Sense, it's the sense.
The what?
Sixth sense was needed in our sense. That was quite the sentence, don't you think?
He was always suspicious, but because the real mailman was someone else, I didn't connect the dots. He was fascinated by the mailman, and by studying him,
I like how we are at this point. I like this because hopefully this means that I know exactly how far I am in this trial.
It's ironic that he exposed his own crime by knowing too much
Ha!
about the other ones.
Master, the truth is right there!
Oh my god, go grab it!
Banging like crazy!
Banging?
Yeah. About bang. Here comes this part.
Go away! I won't let you! You have the truth!
Looks like we've arrived at the final stage.
If we make him submit, we'll completely solve the mystery labyrinth.
You like it when people submit
Don't let
to
your
you.
guard down.
The enemy's weak, but that's what you're doing. Here comes the fucking various buttons to press to react to different obstacles. I need to remember which buttons they even are. I don't remember which buttons they are. You're gonna eat your head again. God, shouldn't go. Oh my god! Is hot.
Let's do this, Master.
You'll never destroy this port! Damn you! Stop it! Shut up! Damn this! Stop with your lies! Everything was done by the Nailman!
I'm trying to remember
I'm
what
not
button
the
it is.
culprit! How dare you accuse me when you have no proof? You didn't even check the crime scenes back then!
Yes, it's a fucking ability. Nice one.
You're wrong! Huh? Come on!
Are we supposed to tell him
Thanks to
about our
Hilar's
forte?
we were able to see what each crime scene
We're allowed to
looked
do
like at
that?
time.
Oh, by the way, we have forte.
My power allows me to see the moment the first witness saw the crime scene. Not the culprit, not the victim.
Yes,
but
you
how it
love this
appeared when
explanation.
a third party first entered.
We used post-cognition to gather all the evidence. Wrong! Shut up!
Oh, shut up.
Stop it!
I
Get
don't know.
away from me!
What is the... What is
Get
this?
away from me! Get away! Get away! Who cares if you use post-cognition? You only saw what I saw as the first person on scene. No clue will help lead you to the
Yeah, I think I
culprit.
remember what button it is. Y being A being for the balls.
You're never
which is
gonna find the
unfortunate because it should be
culprit.
B for ball.
What
B
you
for the
saw
jump
is only
over the
what
pit.
I saw the moment the corpse was discovered.
No, yeah. And Y is for the fucking wall. What you saw is only what I saw the moment. What you saw is only what I saw the moment the corpse was discovered? What? Who cares if you use post-cognition? You only saw what I saw as the first person on this, which is not how the cognition works. Or is it? No, I think it is. No clue will help lead you to the culprit. But you aren't the first person on the scene. Because it's not the culprit. And if you're the culprit, then we didn't see what you saw. Not this one if we've already used it. That's how I feel about that. I don't understand. I really don't understand what they're fucking getting at. I have no idea.
Halara's post-cognition showed us that the paint can at the gallery storage entrance had been knocked over. And according to the art gallery staff member's testimony, that was your doing. You went into the crime scene first, and the art gallery employee behind you noticed you knocking over the paint can. But Halara's post-cognition only shows the scene when the corpse is first discovered. So if you were the first person to find the body, the scene before the paint can fell over would have been recreated.
I'm really struggling to understand what the fuck they're talking about here. Along with the fucking timer. Like, it's a split fucking second, but I guess the very first moment that the person witnessing, which is the worker, is watching before the paint can went over. So that's the snapshot that gets shown. It's really... But the only reason why it's showing that it's already fallen over and not before... is he goes, what, he killed her right there and then?
But it wasn't. The paint can had already been knocked over when the corpse was discovered. That means the first person to find the corpse was the art gallery staff member, not you. The reason you didn't count as the first person to find it is because you're the culprit. This is the truth of the case.
This isn't Mortal Kombat.
Shove all your evidence into the solution blade and slash as hard as you can!
That's your head, you might cut your head open. Although, to be fair, you've had that happen to you like a dozen times by now. Déduction dénouement. Used to climb the wall. My ass! Why do you need nails for this? Creating. No, shut up. That will be said when we see the video. What did the culprit tie to the vent? Where did the culprit pass the line through last? My ass! What was nailed to the door? My Will the culprit use this abseiling machine? I got abseiling from this right at the top. Right Who is the nail man? My granddad. Also, I only realized the X thing. I should have recognized it the first time I did it when we're watching other people go through the parts that I was going through, like the train. Yay! We did it! We didn't die this time. Presumably that's the end, right? Did the deduction denouement and then the boom.
Step right up, step right up.
I mean, you know, and that's all I do. That old detectives are
A series
friends.
of walkthrough murders
Poirot
based on urban
and-
legend. Will we discover
Poirot.
the true identity of the Nail Man?
The mailman!
Deduction denouement.
Denouement!
To solve the mystery of this string of events,
Alright, how's your
we have to
day?
know who the Nail Man is first. The Nail Man is an urban
I'm gonna be here
legend
for a while.
with
Let me go make a bite to eat with this bread, you know, cut this bread up a little bit.
and drive a nail
Sit
through
down,
and a dog
maybe
to
have a
tree
nap.
behind the
I'll let
church.
you know when to wake up.
And the
Don't
Nail
worry,
Man
it'll be
will kill
fine.
that person for you with a countless number of nails.
A string of murders exactly like that urban legend began half a year ago.
All of the crime scenes featured a corpse and dolls nailed down within a locked room. The first murder happened 6 months ago at a secret club in Kamasaki District.
The victim was none other than the geezer who owned the place, and the cause of death was strangulation. I heard the buy-in to place a bet was pretty steep, and cheating was rampant, so it was obviously a scummy place.
The key to the door was inside the glass. And the vent that connects outside looked too high for escape to be possible.
The culprit used the nails driven into the wall as footholds to climb. But the proof? Why, the nails that were bent downward.
The vent was not screwed down at the time of the murder, so it could easily be removed and used as an escape room.
Isn't it nice for them to give us
The
such a
second
wonderful
murder
ad break?
happened 3 months ago. It was at a mansion near Ginma District.
The victim was some real estate agent who lived there. And the cause of death was again strangulation. He made a lot of money through shady real estate deals, so of course someone would be out to get him.
The door to the crime scene was the only possible entrance. But the key to that door was underneath the nailed-down victim. After the culprit escaped, some sort of trick was used to get the key back into the room.
A fishing line passed from the vent through the eye socket of the doll and propped up the upper body of the corpse. All that was left was to exit the room, lock it, throw the key in from the vent, and boom! You got yourself a locked room mystery!
The key was tossed under the victim from the vent, and once the fishing line was retrieved, the corpse's upper body fell over, completing the crime scene.
The nails in the upper body didn't pierce through completely, so it wasn't nailed down at all.
The third murder happened 1 month ago in an art gallery storage room in Ginma District.
The skank's cause of death was blunt force trauma. She was a pretty lady who let her looks get to her head, and she got boom killed.
The key to the storage room was nailed to a painting through a doll. Another trick was used to get the key back inside the room here.
The painting with the doll nailed to it was propped up against the window, and then the culprit left the room. They nailed the key to the painting through the window, knocked it over, and bam! All done!
Andy Money
These are
could
the
potentially
troops behind
beat
the past 3
the
cases.
final Sitsipas. And of course, Brody did beat
Now,
Casper Reed.
there's
Casper
been
Reed was
another
showing us
murder
all
at the
his
clock tower in
pictures
Kanai
of,
Ward.
you know, being on jet skis,
The woman's cause of death
doing
was
photo
strangulation.
shoots. As people like to say, he's living his best life. Yeah, well, his best life would probably go without a fucking Grand Slam title.
The clock tower crime scene is rather high up on the 3rd floor. The door was locked from the inside. The window shutters were also locked.
In other
There
news,
was rainwater under the window. The nails in 2 of the dolls had rub marks.
In other words, the culprit must have hung a rope ladder from the dolls to escape out the window. With my logic, anything is
with
possible.
your logic, shut up. Oh,
Why are you imitating Halara? Anyway. The killer cut their footing on the way down from the window. That way, they could just pull on one side of the rope to retrieve the whole thing.
The shutters come down under their own weight, so they locked once the rope was collected. I'm surprised you noticed the auto-locking feature. You sure love your shutters, Master.
The rope ladder was collected, then burned in the church incinerator, which only clergy have access to.
That's how we know the mailman must be someone from the clergy.
But one question arose from this. The mailman killings share one more characteristic. All the victims were murdered by strangulation. This piece of information wasn't publicized.
The cause of death in the art gallery murder was blunt force trauma. Strangulation marks were added later.
Which means that it was someone mimicking the mailman. But I already know the identity of the copycat killer. First, the
It's
mailman
fucking Leon
must be
Kawada all over
someone
again. Look,
thin
it's
enough to
fucking
pass the
insane.
big event.
Someone with the skills to throw the key with precision.
nobody has that!
And someone affiliated with the church.
How are we here to see?
You're the mailman!
He's in front of us in the fucking. What the fuck is this? How does this make any sense? It's already happened. He has already got rid of it. Why are we here in this clip and then this bastard?
The copycat is someone who knows that all of the victims were strangled to death.
Because he was the first witness in each case. The person capable of replicating
This is really
the mailman's
stupid.
crimes is
Because they're not here.
the worshiper.
They're all at the
You're
fucking
the
base.
copycat criminal.
The fuck?
This is the truth of the case.
Oh, as long as it's super case.
What's that?
It's the truth. The soul of the true culprit who built this mystery labyrinth.
Culprits.
I see. It looks otherworldly, but there's an ominous air around it.
Thank you, Halara.
This music's
I
very
was
Neil
only
White.
able to make it this far
And there's
thanks
quite a
to
bit of
you.
Neil White type style art style too.
I only kept my part of the deal. You made the right choice hiring me. But I will say one thing. You've taken another step toward being a detective.
So now we pay you, right?
That much is certain.
Because you've done your
I,
bit.
Halara
sold it.
Nightmare,
So we pay.
acknowledge you.
Really, Halara? You do?
Which obviously we can't do. That's cute. Why are you so big?
All eyes on Shinigami.
What's about to happen?
Oh, isn't it obvious?
Execution.
It's the moment we've all been waiting for.
'Cause it's a game!
Is it going to be more spectacular than a stupid, you know, Bayonetta / Sailor Moon silly love heart laser? Or is it gonna be the same shit?
Overflowing despair.
Because I really enjoyed how unique they made their execution from the Dang Up again. And I would prefer it to be unique. Just like those games. Nope. It's the same shit. I really wish they kept with the originality. Even though there was definitely some criticism, fucking people criticized that really good. They're like, oh, the Leon one's too graphic. Oh, that was good. But I would have much rather if it was original and different. They were doing a good thing. I mean, whatever. I guess I have to take the back seat. I just want to let it be known. It's fine what they did, but I would have preferred it if it was original and relevant to the case. It was really cool seeing the unique executions and how they were designed with particular mind to what the case was and what was used, and you know, whatever. Maybe Gonto getting impaled by one of his beloved insects was because he's the entomologist. It was too graphic or something.
Father?
You're dead.
Are you alright?
No.
What's going on? What happened to those two?
I killed them.
There's no pulse. They're dead.
Dead? What?
Uh-huh. I killed them.
What? What is this?
Will you help me, Clara?
I sure worked hard today. Feels so good to boom kill the murderer.
Well done.
The mystery labyrinth crumbles when you reap the soul of the true culprit. Then, the cause of the mystery labyrinth's creation pays the price by vanishing with it.
I mean, it's more that their
That's
soul
what
gets
happened.
obliterated, so of course it
But it
hurts.
still hurts to see someone die before my eyes. It's like I killed them myself. No, I did kill them. I killed them with the ruthless blade of the truth.
There. Humans boom kill cows and pigs all the time and eat them. You don't feel bad about that.
Actually,
right?
I do, but it's a little more
These were the
complicated.
souls of deranged murderers. At least you didn't eat them. If you look at it that
I think
way,
eating
there's
is a
nothing to
way
feel
to
bad about
honor
at all.
something like
It's not so
Better
simple
to
when
eat.
it comes to people dying.
It's not so simple when it comes to anything.
Do this? Did you kill them with some kind of poison?
Hey, hold on. I have no idea what's going on here. Too much is happening all at once.
We shall talk at headquarters. Follow me there immediately.
Is
I was
it
hoping
just
some
me,
stuff
or
bothers to get.
are things more complicated now than before entering the mystery labyrinth?
Oh, you want help?
Another labyrinth?
To rely on me again? Oh, fine. I can't say no when you ask for help.
Wow.
Everyone! Ah! He came back to life!
Wow.
Sorry about that. You see, I'm actually the mail.
What?
These are my final words, so I can't lie. I'm the mailman. The worshiper laying there is just a copycat criminal. Search the church for the tools used in each crime. I'm sure you'll find plenty of evidence. If you think I'm lying, go ahead and check it out. Thanks!
Bye-bye.
I didn't know you could do that.
Quite
But
powerful.
that was a super lazy confession. Will it work?
That should do it. We even have witnesses, so this case is closed.
The priest mumbled something, but I couldn't quite hear him.
Hey, Yaku, you recorded it, right?
Anyway, everyone here.
You recorded it, right? For your own fucking good. You recorded it, right?
At once.
What?
If you have half a brain, you'd have recorded that.
He's so stubborn. This is why I hate authority.
What do we do?
If he's a fucking,
I
you
hear
know,
something.
detective for detective's sake.
Huh? What now?
A motorbike. Something is heading this way at an
It's
alarming
that
speed.
other one that was off the train after we,
It can't be.
you know.
Where is that coming from? No. What are you doing here?
What are you doing?
Who are you?
You dare speak so carelessly? Who do you think I am?
A fucking Amaterasu.
The hero who defends peace and order in Kanai Ward. Director of the Amaterasu Peacekeepers. The Honorable Yomi Hellsmile.
The Peacekeeper's director?
So he is the head of the Peacekeepers.
Now you know, small fry. Bow down.
What are you doing here?
No need to be alarmed. Benevolent Director Yomi is here to help. Oh, excuse me for the late introduction. I am Vice Director of the Peacekeepers, Martina Electro.
She's my beloved right hand. No one else gets to have her.
What's with him?
Master,
don't worry, everybody's
be
fucking
careful. This Yomi guy is dangerous.
Huh?
I've never seen anyone emit such a dangerous aura before.
He's that bad?
So,
He is out
what
big
brings
boss.
you here?
Oh, right. I was so focused on my beloved right hand that I completely forgot.
As mentioned earlier, Director Yomi is here to help. I hear you've been troubled by Seth's unreasonable treatment. Is that right?
Huh?
Director Yomi, what is going on here? Why am I...
We had discovered you've been receiving sizable kickbacks for facilitating donations meant for the church. We now know why you were so desperate to clean up all the Nailman killings. After all, it would be troublesome to lose access to all that money if the priest was arrested as the Nailman.
Wait, please. Director Yomi, I did this under your orders.
I don't think she instructed for that.
Did you say something? Because I didn't hear a thing.
I only did this because you ordered me to.
Maybe he doesn't want you to say that.
Seth, you make me sad. I'm the hero and defender of peace in this city. My peacekeepers are proud soldiers of that mission. And yet, you let yourself be corrupted. How could you? Seth. For the sake of the Peacekeepers and the peace of Kanai Ward. Die.
Taking advantage of your position as a Peacekeeper executive is a serious crime. The punishment must be severe.
But... Yeah, I'm annoyed my own underling would betray me like this. I'm so annoyed, I'd go insane if I didn't toy around with my beloved right hand.
It's an honor.
Is it?
He's terrible. Like a lizard cutting off its own tail to survive.
Someone like him is in charge of the
Now,
Peacekeepers?
the less talk about his tail, the better.
Don't look him in the eyes. Don't talk to him either. If possible, don't even breathe the same air as him. Though it's probably too late for that.
Well then. To our shit-for-brains friends playing detective. Looks like I have to give you a warning. Know your place in my city and stay there. Follow the rules and don't disturb our peace. Or I'll need you to die!
In this city, Director Yomi is both the law and the Peacekeepers itself. Defying us means you defy law and order. You will receive fitting treatment for such behavior.
Before, you were insignificant specks of dust. But now that you've banded together, you've become an eyesore. Detectives, my ass. Little shits.
Wow. That's not very nice.
He's feeling fattened, the poor thing.
Let's go, my beloved right hand.
Yes,
He knows just how
Director Yomi.
susceptible to being taken down and killed. And in time,
Looks
we'll
like
see
we've
just
been
how
targeted
true
by someone
that ends
dangerous.
up being.
Yeah, thanks to you. One wrong move and it would have been all over. You got that?
I'm sorry, but...
No buts. None. How did this happen anyway?
Following your orders.
Laura, help me out. Please explain
We're
what happened.
merely investigating
You said you
the
acknowledged me as a
secret
detective, didn't you?
of Kanai Ward.
What? When did I say that?
Yeah, the other version of
It's such a shame, Master. Everything that happens in the
Stay.
Mystery Labyrinth gets forgotten.
What?
Halara's memory must have been wiped after entering
It's not about
the
staying
Leaping
forgotten, I
Labyrinth.
believe. It's more about
Nothing inside the Mystery Labyrinth can be
Toko
taken
Fukawa's
into the real
situation
world.
or Genocide
Not
Jack.
even
It's two
memories.
separate people.
Unless you have a contract with yours truly, that is.
But I thought Halara and I had finally reached an understanding.
Oh, I think it's
Memories from
the
up until you
recesses.
enter the Mystery Labyrinth are retained, like the debt you owe for your assignment.
That's awful!
Hey, Yuma, are you listening? You better make sure this doesn't happen again.
By the way, Chief, our submarine office is tipping over. Are you sure the Peacekeepers didn't mess with it?
What? Seriously? I have to go back and repair it. Yuma, help me out. Follow me.
I thought you didn't want us to
It
do
was
anything.
supposed to be time for you to reveal the solution, but we've ended up in quite the mess.
Oh, I revealed the solution.
Yeah. This
You
is
found
my
out
first
who
time dealing with the true culprit
the nailman.
dying before they could be accused.
No, they were accused.
But I recall how you did your best to try and solve the case.
Thank you.
Huh?
You should be proud.
Thank you.
Halara.
Look, the chief is calling for you. You should go.
Right. Thank you.
Montu, a popular meat bun shop in Kamasaki District operating out of street stall. Its location changes daily. Very reasonably priced at 100 yen a piece. Only station Kanai Ward, magnificent building, seldom has customers because of the city's isolation. That's Creed. And have that Bow.
Bow, 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 bow. Are you serious? A Peacekeeper executive was taking bribes from the church?
If Director Yomi said so, it would be considered the truth, even if it isn't.
What about the priest being the nail man?
It's going to be publicly announced as the truth. It appears the priest's strong desire to save others turned him into the nail man.
Might be one of my favorites.
He saw people wishing for revenge as they hammered those nails in the forest. Decided he needed to save them. That was the motive, though it could all be a story made up by the Peacekeepers.
So, what about the kitty cat criminal?
You mean the copycat?
Maybe it's zero.
That one was already publicized as well. They say the copycat did it out of admiration for the real nail man.
And in the end, he felt so much guilt that he poisoned himself?
What is this, the unstable
None of this really makes any sense.
That sure didn't look like death by poison to me.
Back to green.
It's me! I did it along with that detective kneeling in penitence over there.
Wobble. Kind of missed this because my fucking OBS wants to be a dick again. Yeah. It is the truth. No, that's nicely the truth in this story. Kitty cat. That one was already published. It sure didn't look like death. Doff paint. Poison is incredibly painful.
It would make more sense to assume Yomi killed them somehow. Especially when you consider the timing. He'd do it without batting an eye.
Yomi Hellsmile, the director of the Peacekeepers, the leader of our enemy.
No, he is the
I heard he rode in on a dragon.
No, it was a motorcycle.
From what I've investigated, the Peacekeepers' influence is gaining ground at Amaterasu Corporation. There's some sort of power struggle going on. Seems like they're getting their way internally. I hear that their boss, Yomi, is extraordinarily dangerous.
Oh, even they don't see eye to eye, huh? Interesting. Well, enemy of our enemy.
Extraordinary. So he is very normal? How scary.
It's only a matter of time until the Peacekeepers gain complete control of the corporation. When that happens, they might outright attack the World Detective Organization.
Perhaps the WDO made its move because they saw the warning signs.
I want to, you know, digest all of Amount of time until the peacekeepers gain complete control of the corporation. Interesting. So, fucking House Smile is on the up. No, he's the Amaterasu. He's on the way down. Really? Dude. Peacekeepers really hate the WDO, huh? And arguably the WDO is okay with the Amaterasu being at the top.
If that's the case, it could have something to do with Kanai Ward's ultimate secret.
Oh yeah, what's the deal with Kanai Ward's ultimate secret? We still know nothing about it, huh?
I mean, I thought House Smile was pretty much a secret.
It doesn't seem to have anything to do with the Nailman incident. I wonder what it could be. Sheesh, so much to deal with. This sounds exhausting.
Didn't I tell you that from the start?
We have to obey directives from number 1, no matter how difficult they are.
Well, we got some very talented master detectives gathered here. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Except for those master detectives who don't want to work, which is you.
So much. No, everything changes from now on. Yuma, you can take a seat now.
My legs feel numb.
Don't stick your neck out recklessly from now on, for everyone's sake. Got it?
Got it.
Hey, we worked super hard. I'm so stressed I could die.
I'm not sure that's possible.
Oh wait, but I can't die.
Do we have a visitor? That's rare.
Is that the new fucking
Yuma, can you go get it?
enshrouded, enclosed
sure
individual to join our group? The actual Zilch Alexander or whatever.
Hey.
A visitor. It could be the peacekeepers.
What do I do?
Oh, they may be after us after what happened today. Yeah, be careful. You're not gonna help?
I don't work for cheap.
I could. But how much can you pay? Right.
I see.
A visitor? Could it be?
Maybe.
Do you have an idea who it is?
Perhaps it is the kitty cat you mentioned earlier.
Not kidding. Big cat. Anyway, that guy already committed suicide.
Oh? Truly? My apologies. I do so often forget things.
How kind of you. I didn't think you'd come check on me. But you should probably check on the visitors. They might get mad, girl.
Yes.
Right, got it.
Oh.
Someone's here, right? Maybe you should get a door. They might get fed up and go home.
Yuma.
A visitor? Who could it be? Yuma, can you go get it?
Oh!
Oh! Sure.
Master, you're like a little servant boy.
Hello.
Oh, it's you.
Hello. Are you the one that's been running around covered?
My dad is back safe at home. It's all thanks to you.
See, the whole thing is actually a lie. This is the guy that ran off the train at the end, right? And it's not about the father, it's more about their way of giving alibis to help us do the right thing. This person is a lot more intelligent, a lot more aware than we could ever consider. Which is why they also know where to fucking find us. They're the ones that have been running around, they're the ones that knocked into us. Same fucking kit with the bloody hood. They're the ones that are leaving the breadcrumbs for us to try and find. He probably didn't even have, you know, probably wasn't even the son of the fucking father. But he wanted to have an alibi to get us to help with the case, because nobody would care for the case that needed being solved. How do we know this guy knows? This guy is basically a fucking Pete from Ni no Kuni. This is Pete. Cassiopeia. The White Witch. Very important. So this boy character is almost starting to become incredibly pivotal as things continue. That's my feeling. You're gonna see Ryan Bartley's character, assuming it's her. I still don't have confirmation on. Probably for the rest of the game, and it'll be arguably one of the strongest characters and one of the biggest help.
Thank you for helping us.
Yeah.
No, I just... Well, I'm happy for you.
Yeah, it's not really your fault.
Aw, look at you getting thanked. You were on your knees just a moment ago.
Yeah, he didn't have to see that. They probably wouldn't.
Be quiet.
Oh, there's one more thing I want to ask you.
You want to join us? Is that the way that you're going to do that? Also, doesn't it look kind of strange how if you... I don't know if I should be doing this, but if you just focus in on this little boy's neck as opposed to any other part of the body, I don't know, it looks really strange.
What is it?
Well, it's almost like they're only wearing a coat and nothing underneath.
Did someone else die or something?
Will you play catch with me?
What the fuck?
Huh? Catch? But it's raining. Actually, sure. Let's play. The unending rain. My memories still seem like faraway raindrops. My hands still have yet to grasp a single thing. I'm still lost. Is it all right for me to be here?
Apparently Japan likes baseball as well.
But with the worn baseball gripped in my hand, my heart somehow feels lighter. Why I wanted to be a detective. It could have been for the sake of something so small that it fits in my hand.
Well, like, this
Maybe
little boy
I should
is the
give myself
Mezzalooka
credit for
Alma.
this small realization.
Hello.
So, for just a bit longer, I think I'll keep pretending to be a detective.
Oh, just a little bit longer. At the end of the game. Just like Suichi Saihara, I never initially thought he would be good enough. Nailman Killings, Chapter 1, and woo! Yeah. S. Double S. S. B. S. Yeah, that's pretty good going, I gotta say. Doing quite nicely. Yep. The B is not good, I understand, but at least it's not a C. Not bad, not bad. Actually, we need. And then we want to save on this one because this is the one that we want to then save on top of it. This is complete. I do kind of want to move over to some. I don't know what it's going to do right now. Because if I get out of the game now, we might skip something in between, you know, whatever cutscene might happen now to the next. Like if I was to, you know, quit the game out now, there might be something I don't want to miss.
Unpainted faces in uniform by the window. This isn't the real me.
Did you die already? Is that why, you know, talking about the shortness of red light?
With that, a hand reaches out and misses the stars grazing off dusk. In the shadow of the skull of your class lies the remnants of everything someone has lost.
Like that thing, we might not have even handled it. Chapter 2, A Silent Curtain Fall. Kamasaki District.
Good morning, everyone.
Hello. You're actually on time.
Oh?
And you're actually bothered to come over here.
Chief, you look so clean cut today. You look just like Halara.
Really? You are incredibly stupid. Which is the point.
That is Halara. How could you mistake the two of them?
Because she's that stupid.
Oh, you're right. What a wonderful surprise.
The chief was gone by the time I got here. It's way
So then you decided to take it upon yourself to sit in his chair, apparently.
What is that old man doing? He always nags
I mean,
others and they're late.
Yeah. So now you get to know what it feels like.
The chief suddenly went missing. According to my deduction...
Hey, we don't need that yet.
His chopped up corpse will be shipped here in a cardboard box.
That's horrible.
What happened to Chief Yako?
And then we continue this next time, right up to when chapter 2 ends, and move over to the next. I'm loving this game. I'm so glad we have Danganronpa again. I love Danganronpa. I want Danganronpa 16 in 20 odd years.